Episode 25 of the Slow Burn podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Patrick from Nintentalk. And like always, we are joined by the Cozy Queens. Peyton, how we doing?
Oh my goodness, I'm doing so great. It is not Saturday this time. Last week we had the Saturday sillies. This week we've got the Monday madness for sure. But doing so good. Happy to be here. It's Peyton of Payton'sCorner. It's Peyton with an A, not Peyton with an E. But that's okay if you spell it wrong. We're still friends. Min, how are you doing?
I am doing good. And it was funny when Pat didn't know where he was from.
I did space a little bit. I'm like,
you
where
did.
Are you? Yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna say from Min's Meadow. It's not from the Meadow. I am. This is Min from Min's Meadow. And
Sweet.
Yeah, we are having a mad Monday over here, and we're just getting started, and we're excited because we do have some fun things to talk about, and I feel like the rest of the month we're set with a bunch of fun topics. So I'm excited to be here as usual. Puts me in a good mood.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, including what Pokemon is up to. We got an extended look at Pokopia. And at the time of this recording, Pokopia reviews have just dropped.
I'm excited.
We're going to be reading some of those. At this current moment, Pokopia is the highest rated Pokemon game of all time.
Really? I didn't look at the reviews yet. I didn't look at them yet, so I'm excited to...
It's sitting at an 89.
Fun.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Wait, there's none that are better than that?
Yeah, it doesn't have the typical functioning of a Pokemon game, so that's sad to them, isn't it?
It's a little crazy. Yeah. We're going to be talking about the newest Pokemon game coming out in 2027. Our thoughts on that. We have a little bit of Stardew Valley chatter, some polls, and then our side quest review, which we will get in later in the show. Like always, if you want to support the show, you can. Patreon.com/slowburncast. Min, stop looking at me like that. You can check out a bunch of extra stuff, including every episode we have an after show where we get into some spicy stuff. Actually, this after show, not to hype it up, but we are going into something pretty spicy that we talked about before the show. We're like, you know what?
Are we?
Let's not talk about it on the main show. So
okay,
that is fun. We have all kinds of things over on Patreon, so check that out. And then if you want to see our lovely faces, if you're ever what does Peyton look like?
Who knows?
She sounds familiar. Have I ever seen her before? I don't know. You can over on our YouTube. At slowburncast, we upload clips, and actually we upload the entire audio. So if you like YouTube, you prefer YouTube, you can actually listen to the entire podcast on there as well. I think that's it. I think that's all the housekeeping we have.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Pokopia. Let's talk about it. Like I was saying, Pokopia is the highest rated at this moment in time. That's probably going to change. It is the highest rated Pokemon game. Review scores have just come out. It's sitting at an 89 on Metacritic. We're going to be reading some of those reviews. But the Pokemon Company released they were involved in the Nintendo Treehouse, which is basically a longer form presentation where Nintendo shows off games with people from the Nintendo team playing the games. And they showed about an hour of Pokopia, and I kind of wanted to go around the room. The game's pretty much out. It's coming out very soon. But any thoughts on, we had Roger on talking about Pokopia, his thoughts, and I'm pretty sure that what he experienced was what we saw in the thing. So it was kind of nice to see that. There's been more, stuff that there was a little trailer that came out on Pokemon Day showing even more things. I'm going to start with Min here. From that hour plus of gameplay, excitement level, where are you at?
Yeah, I am very excited still. I've already been excited, but I think it's cool that they're showing us even more because, I'm happy to see even more of this game before it comes out, especially for people who haven't decided at that point if they wanted to get it. I think just showing as much as possible is a good thing. So you can decide, do I want to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 last minute? But I already have one, So this game is like perfect. If you already own one and you like cozy games or you like Pokemon, I feel like this is feeding all of us. But yeah, I just felt like it really showed off even more so like how the game moves, how you can move the camera, how you can like how big the island is, like what it looks like, what it feels like to play it. And I don't know, I'm just really excited. I mean, in the other showcase, the Pokemon Presents, I saw that they showed off like cooking and stuff, and so there is cooking in the game, right? Or was that like was that not actual gameplay?
Yeah, there's cooking in the game.
Cooking.
Yep.
So yeah, I was excited about that too because I just feel like it's showing you even more and more than we expected there to be with this, and we're kind of like, oh, okay, what is this? How many hours can we play of this? Like, I don't know. It's a game I would like to stick to because I'm spending all this money on it. So I'm glad that there are things being added, and I'm hoping that because they're showing off so much, that maybe we'll actually get some updates and things to this game. Even if it's DLC, I'd be okay with that. But I'd like free updates.
For sure. Peyton, did this change your opinion at all, or did it just solidify your opinion?
I got the good vibes. I've had the good vibes. I think I'm at the point now where I'm just like, I just want to see the game because I feel like I like play it. I mean, like we've seen it. Yay. I think that I'm just excited to actually get to play it because I think that I feel like so many people have really been like making this the game that lets them determine if they buy a Switch 2. And I feel like we have different opinions on that on the podcast. And I feel like I have been the one that's been like, wait, don't buy it yet. What if it sucks? Wait. So I'm still like, I want to see it come out. I want to like walk around in the world. Everything that I've seen and experienced, like I'm personally very excited to play it. I just feel like there is a lot of hype. There is a lot of pressure that's being put on the game. And I just hope for everybody's sake, it is as fun or even more fun than we're all hoping. It's kind of like where I'm at. Like, I think that I just always want people to enjoy whatever they're excited about. But as we get more and more excited about these things and we spend so much time talking about these things, I worry now because there have been so many games we've been so excited about and then they've not been that great or like just not as good as we wanted. So I'm at the point now where I'm like not even thinking about the game and I'm just like, it's coming out this week. We're going to play it and we'll see how it actually is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was very impressed with what I saw. Like they showed about an hour. It was kind of split up like single player stuff. And then they actually had a multiplayer session where they were just playing with like 4 people. I got to say the gameplay looks very fun. Like the gameplay, I still have concerns about the depth of this game, but they keep showing off things. So like they're kind of proving me wrong with that. But yeah, it was really cool to see the like habitat mechanic where you have to place certain objects to attract certain Pokemon. That seems to be like the main thing. It was really cute when they made the house for the Pokemon. You know, everyone says like, oh, this game is Stardew. This game is Animal Crossing. It does sort of have an Animal Crossing vibe to it though.
It looks like it. Like when they pulled up their inventory, I was like, this is like the little bar across your head. I was like, oh, this is so Animal Crossing. I love it.
A lot of the menus do look very Animal Crossing, but just like the interactions with the Pokemon and stuff, like they're not saying crazy things. You know, we asked Roger about that. Like, how are the villager dialogues? And he's like, they're pretty basic. They look pretty basic, but like it looks really cute. And then the multiplayer stuff, I was pretty impressed by. They had like, there was 4 total people and they were all, you know, attracting Pokemon themselves. And the thing I want to ask you guys, because I'm still confused about the multiplayer, is it its own world, right? It's not connected to single player.
I think that it is going to be connected, but the ones they've been showing is like a sample, so you can see like all the different things. But I think just going off of like what Roger explained to us, like it seems like if we're playing multiplayer and you invite us over, we're going to your place and we're helping you with your resources.
Okay.
I don't know if that's for surezies though. I hope so because I'd love to like tour people's places, you know? Like I would love to go like, oh, let's see your little town. Let's see what, you know. I think it's that. I don't know if it's like a separate
Yeah.
island biome.
'Cause I was confused
Whatever.
about that because I would have liked them to visit the single player area that they were playing, but they also had like a built up town where it was like a little further along. Yeah,
Well,
and in that,
I kind of understood that there was two different types, not from this, but from what I've been hearing people say, that there were two different types of multiplayer experiences. One where it's like it's a server and it's your friends, and the other I heard was what Roger said, and what seems to be more of the case that we know of is like you play on someone's island, and yeah, it's their quests, it's their stuff.
by the
So
way,
we'll
when
see.
we're saying Roger, we had an episode with a guest, Roger's Base. A couple of
In case
people are
you're
probably
just
like,
joining us, like, who's that?
who is
their
this
imaginary
all-telling
friend?
Roger? Yeah.
Roger.
So, I don't know. Like, I made a video directly after that because I wanted my thoughts to be, like, fresh and stuff. And I said in the video, I said, besides Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong, I feel like this is the system seller. Like, it is a totally unique experience that you can only play on Switch 2. If you like this type of genre, this is your exclusive game. And you know what? I've been seeing a lot of people, hey, I bought a Switch 2. I
feel
bought a
like we
Switch
should
2
wait.
I
finally."
just
What if it
saw a
sucks?
TikTok
What if
of
it
someone
sucks?
buying it.
Well,
People-
this is the whole point. This is our pre-conversation, like our
I'm
vibes.
worried.
Payne is so worried that she's like wasting people's money. Listen,
I've been telling everybody, I said, I do not wait. I was like, wait, because what if we have been burned so many times. I don't want everybody to call me negative, but I want it to be good. I want it to
but
be
that
good.
goes to Nintendo. If it ends up being a stinker, it's Nintendo's. Like, we're not in the wrong.
Of course,
We can be
but
excited about things.
I have no way of knowing if this game is going to suck or not because I haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
That's
That's where we're all
the
at.
thing, though, because like
To me, it seems like a weird system seller, but it makes sense because like it's targeting like this huge community of cozy gamers, which is great because a lot of those people don't play games that have combat and stuff. I mean, they do. I'm just trying to like think of where they're coming from and who they assume a cozy gamer is. And then there's like the group of people that love Pokemon that are buying any Pokemon game. Then there's just the Nintendo fans that are like, I buy any Nintendo game, and I already have a Switch too. So I feel like, yeah, they really are trying to appease everyone with this game. Kind of like they did with Animal Crossing incidentally, just because it was the pandemic, you know?
Yeah.
But
And, like,
I understand. Like, I don't feel like we're saying, go buy one. I feel like it's
No.
more like, you know, if you really want this game, you're going to buy one anyway. And if
Yeah.
you're not, you'll wait.
I mean, I think we all say that it looks great. Like, reviews are out. Reviews are very positive. I still do have my concerns, though. Like, I do worry about the depth of this game. Like,
yeah.
and they do keep
Me
showing
too.
things. They showed us cooking. They showed us new forms. Like, you can turn into a Magnemite. There's electricity system. Like, it looks pretty advanced. Actually, at the time of this recording tomorrow, Pokemon Company is going to show off their island, I guess. Like, their
Ooh,
built-up
that'd be
island.
Fun.
So I'll probably definitely watch that. They showed off this really cool, like, prop hunt type of thing where it's like a hide and seek thing. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No,
Or-
that's cute. Wait.
Where it's like you can play hide and seek with your friends, but you can transform into, like, objects that are on your island. So, like, I could
You're
transform
gonna
into,
go
like,
crazy with that.
it looks so much fun. And
That's
that is
fun.
the depth that I was looking for. So I mean, I'm definitely getting it, but I do have the concerns. It's like, is this a 20-hour game? Is this a 50-hour game? Could this be a 2,000-hour game? Which is asking a lot, but honestly, a game in this genre, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, that's pretty doable. Like, if you have...
Yeah.
My concern are the items. Is there enough items? Is there enough, is there enough to do? But
Yeah.
I think it is all of that. I think it's a 50-hour game, a 100-hour game, a 1,000-hour game. I think it just depends on the person who's playing it. Like, because for us as creators, you know, we tend to stick more with the trending games. And that's just, honestly, I hate to say that, but that's kind of what we do sometimes. And so, like, once this starts to fall off, maybe we won't stream it as much, and then we don't have as many hours. And you know what I mean? But, like, coming from someone else, I can see us getting comments, like, months down the road being like, I'm still playing that game, and I love it. I have 1,000 hours. And I can see other people being like, oh, I played it for 50 hours, but then I kind of dropped off. So I feel like it is going to have that potential. I just don't know about the, like, what we talked about on our Pokopia episode with Roger of, like, the staying power of the widespread online community. You know, like, I feel like everyone expects and hopes for that Animal Crossing community around a game again, especially a Nintendo game, but you know, thinking about how some people don't have a Switch 2, can't afford a Switch 2, and aren't going to have one for months down the road, this might not be that game that's like everyone has 1,000 hours in. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I'm just worried. All I want is people to enjoy the games that they spend their money on. And it's already tough because it's a full price game. But I know this is the thing that is making people want to buy the Switch 2. And I just hope that for the cozy gamers specifically, because this is our cozy game podcast, I hope that this is enough for now. Because I will talk later, the next Pokemon game's not coming out for like a hot second. Like the next big, it's a hot second. And then we've got some other great games that are going to come to the Switch, but they're not Switch 2 exclusive. So I wonder just like... I don't know. If this was me, I do have my Switch 2, which I was gifted it. So I'm so appreciative of it. If I wasn't gifted it, I would not be able to justify buying the Switch 2. Yet. I would have to wait. I would watch you guys play it because I don't know. I think they'll be good. There'll be more down the road. There's just not enough yet for me. And I'm just worried that I'm seeing so many people being like, I'm going to buy the Switch 2 just for Pokopia. And I'm like, oh my God, what if we wait like another week just to make sure it's okay?
I mean, the good thing if you're a cozy gamer is like, if you do pick up a Switch 2 and let's just say you hate Pokopia for whatever reason, there are still really good cozy options. Like Grand Bazaar has a Switch 2 version. Rune Factory has a Switch 2 version. There's more games coming. And, like, all of your previous, like, Switch 1 games, you know, perform better.
Yeah.
But I do get what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they're showing us what exactly the game is, though. I feel like they're saying, like, here it is. You build stuff. This is kind of how the multiplayer works. You know,
they are setting expectations.
A lot of people don't play multiplayer, so if you're taking that out of the situation... And it's more like, okay, I have to figure out after a certain point what I'm going to do, and I'm going to decorate, and I'm going to do this and that and the other thing. Like, there might come that point where you're just like, okay, I'm now building this place up because I did these quests or I made all these habitats already. So what do I do now? I'm assuming there comes a point where you just determine that and, like, you just keep building and stuff. So I feel like they're being very open on that. I don't feel like they're showing us like something that this isn't.
I don't think so either.
I'm
just worried that people are going to think it's going to be just like Animal Crossing, and I don't know that there's like going to be enough items and stuff. Is like my thought. I don't think that this is going to be like as decorative heavy as Animal Crossing is. It looks like we can do a lot with, you know, like the biomes and all that good stuff. I think not everybody is consuming every single piece of media about Pokopia, so I think a lot of people are just going off of like, oh my God, this is going to be like Animal Crossing but Pokemon, or it's going to be a farming sim but Pokemon. And people can do whatever they want with their money. I think I just get so worried. Like it's bad enough when you buy a game and you're disappointed by it after you've been excited. But I just hope like people who are buying the console for this game, I just hope that it lives up to everybody's expectations. And of course it won't live up to everybody's expectations, but I just so hope it does, because like I feel like, I don't know, like there have been so many games that like I have been so excited about, and then some of them, even if I don't dislike them, I always feel like there's more hype on them, and then when they come out, then I'm like a little disappointed. So I almost wish like I didn't know as much going in, but then if you don't know as much going in, then you like are gambling if the game is going to be good or not. And I think I've heard a lot of people, like Pat has been saying, this could be like your game of the year and things like that. And I'm like, I think it could be too. But I'm like, I don't want to jinx it. It's kind of the vibe.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like I'm guilty of going into games being like, this is going to be my next thing, my next obsession. And then it's not. And then you're like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I even hear other people being like, I'm obsessed with Star Sand Island. I love it. And then I'm like kind of sad because I'm like, I didn't feel that yet. I hope to feel that about a game soon. But like, I didn't feel that, you know? So you want that, but it's good, I think, to set the expectation of to zero at times, to just like go into it and be like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know, but hopefully it is. But it's also like, you can't always do that because there is a price tag.
I also do like, I love the Nintendo Treehouse. I think it's such a modern way. I mean, it's cringy as hell, but it's such a modern way for Nintendo to showcase their games in a long format. Like, it's kind of like a stream, and like, you know what you're getting into. Like, it's
like we got to see a demo. We didn't get to play the demo, but it's like we got to see someone play a demo, which is great.
So I like that.
I think they have done a very good job of like showing off a lot of the game. I'm still nervous anyway, but I think it's going to be fine. It's going to be so good. And then next week on the show, we're going to be like, damn, that game was so good. It was better than we thought. Pat's going to be like, Peyton, you were worried for nothing. And I'm going to be like, you're right.
I want to go over to Metacritic. I gave you guys the link. But Metacritic, if you don't know what Metacritic is, I don't really, to be completely honest, I don't care, or I don't put too much into other people's review scores. But it is kind of nice to see review scores of a game. And we talked about earlier, this is like the best rated Pokemon game so far based on the scores. And I wanted to go over to Metacritic, which is a site that collects both like critic reviews and user reviews, which I think is, you know, we talked about Steam before. I think this could be a good option for Steam instead of like the positive or mostly positive. So I am on Metacritic right now, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There is 11 reviews. They gave it 100.
Yeah.
Which is a perfect score. That is nuts to me, actually. Like, I feel like 100 should be saved for like the gems. But I want to read a couple of those. And then there are 2 mixed reviews, which I think we should read because I like hearing about that. So let's start with Gaming Bible. Crazy name. Gave it a perfect 100. And they say there's no one reason why Pokemon Pokopia is so special. The game is a sum of its parts without a single weak link in the chain. It's a title that offers a unique spin on the cozy formula, made all the more magical by the familiarity of this wonderful franchise. Pokemon Pokopia is a true adventure that boasts a refreshing sense of freedom, totally devoid of grind. This experience rewards the curious with heaps of content on offer. You'll be hard pressed to put it down, and it's certainly a title that we've all been discussing when this year's all be discussing when this year's Game of the Year discussion rolls around.
Wow. This game is, I mean, I knew this game would transcend the cozy gaming community because it is also a Pokemon game, which is, I think, cozy, but not everyone who plays Pokemon, I think, would call themselves a cozy gamer. But hearing this game might be their thought of a Game of the Year is kind of crazy. Like, wow. Cute little farming life sim game.
That's kind of crazy. I haven't read these yet, but I want to go to the mixed reviews. I want to see what people are like. That review that we just read literally said there's no weak links, no grinding. It's perfect. There's only 2 at the time of this recording. The first one is by Game Cult, which gives the game a 70. And they say, Pokemon Pokopia met our expectations. Even if it's not perfect, it does have a repetitive aspect inherent to the genre, which won't appeal to everyone, and some technical issues that can become annoying over time. However, if you enjoy relaxing atmospheres and don't want to overthink things, there's a good chance the game will satisfy you if you're willing to pay the price. Because in terms of playtime, you'll definitely get your money's worth. That sounded pretty positive.
Yeah, that was still pretty nice.
Yeah. Okay, the lowest review is by The Gamer, and they give it a 60. That's pretty bad. They say, there is a fun time to be had here, but ultimately Pokemon Pokopia doesn't explore the Pokemon side of its world and offers building quests that are mostly rigid and repetitive. As ever with Pokemon, there is enough charm to see it through, and the mechanics aren't shallow, even if they're used in aid of the same few tasks over and over again.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through their full article about this, and it seems like one of the things is Pokemon's building mechanics have depth, but they don't feel worth it. It's like things are there, but they just feel like it's just kind of there, is what they're saying. And the same thing with like the Pokemon itself. Like they said something like, it doesn't matter what Pokemon you find, they're not going to change your opinion on them. They all just toddle around happily. They don't have personality, doing generic things like waving at each other or falling asleep. There's no sense that these Pokemon actually live there. And you quickly notice that their empty sound bites are shared across dozens of Pokemon.
Yeah, and that same, if you open up the article fully from, what was it, The Gamer? It says that Pokemon Pokopia is not the best bits of them combined, referring to Animal Crossing, Dragon Quest, Minecraft, and Viva Pinata. But it's also not a disastrous blob of their worst elements either. It's not original, but it's not copying anything. It's just sort of there. That's my basic feeling towards Pokemon Pokopia. It exists. It's just a game, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, and they have a pros and cons list at the bottom. Pros and cons. The pros are deep building mechanics, good array of locations and items, and it has Pokemon, is a pro. Their cons are too bland and safe to make you feel much of anything. Main quest is repetitive and often necessarily roadblocked. And the last con is it thinks having Pokemon is enough. So
some of my concerns I can kind of see in those reviews. Like my main thing is like, I'm not going into this thinking like these villagers or Pokemon are going to have like the craziest personalities and stuff like that. I'm not looking at that. I'm not even going into this thinking it's going to be the best like designing game. I'm just kind of like, what I see is what I like. I don't know. Like it looks like enough. And I do think they're going to update this game. I think what you see is not the final thing. Because I personally think this game is going to blow up because the Pokemon IP is attached to it. It's cozy. It's cute. It's on the Switch too. Like, I do think it's going to blow up to the point where Pokemon, we already know there's going to be extra content coming to the game, but I think there's going to be even more probably than what they planned.
I think I can go into this with a roundabout expectation of like what it's going to be. Not just based on these reviews, but what they've showed us of like, okay, you know, there's decorating, there's quests. Some quests might take a little longer, might be tedious or annoying. Other quests might be repetitive, but I don't think I'll be mad at that, but I can, you know, sometimes when you play a game, you have that little bit of frustration of like, oh, I don't feel like doing this part or something, but I feel like that's just part of games sometimes. So I don't know. And, you know, then once you're done with all these quests, sometimes you're like, oh, I wish there was more. So I feel like I'm just going to try and take this game for what it is and enjoy it. I spent a lot of money on it. I've been excited for it, and I've also pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think our main concerns, like, you might be listening and you're like, why are they so worried about this game? We cover a lot of cozy games, and I feel like for the most part, I mean, there were a few bright spots. Like, there's amazing cozy games that are out, but like, I feel like the cozy gaming space has been very up and down, mostly down, you know, in terms of quality, in terms of like what we expect versus what it was actually. But hopefully, you know, Pokemon, they're very capable. They're developing this. The reviews seem good. Like, besides those reviews, the lowest score I see is an 80, which, like, if you take those scores out, it probably would be around like a 92 right now. 93. So
I wonder, can we like compare to another game like these kind, because I don't look at like review scores that much like this, so I wonder like when Animal Crossing New Horizons came out, what were the scores for that? Like, did people really like it? Did people think like it was kind of shallow and needed more like quests? Like,
So New Horizons on Metacritic is sitting at a 90.
Oh, okay. So like
so
1
about
point higher then.
Same.
But I see Metacritic is good, but like if I was giving a score to New Horizons when it first came out, I probably would have given it like a 7.
Yeah.
But with
Because
all
there
the
was so-
content and stuff, I think it's like high 90s. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I wonder if they go in and actually update it.
I wonder
Um,
what, like, how do they determine that number? Because everyone's going to have a different way that they determine that number, you know? And I don't see, like, a list of categories of, like, oh, this and then that determines, you know what I mean? So, like,
Yeah.
for you, Pat, yeah, you'd give it a 7 at the start because you play a lot of these games. You are
Mhm.
so well versed in Animal Crossing, but some of these people aren't. Maybe they play completely different games. Maybe this isn't their first choice. Maybe they're going into it and they're like, they knew they had to make a review and they don't really feel like playing it, and that like causes a bias. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, it's their job to do this. So sometimes you feel like that.
I'm
I don't
also
know.
interested what the user score, maybe we could do this next week, what
Oh,
the
yeah.
user score is. But I don't like user scores because that's when you get like the people that are review bombing and stuff. So like New Horizons
Right.
is sitting at a 5.9 out of, so the user score is out of 10. It's sitting at a 5.9. There's no way it's a 5.
Oh.
We should
I'm
give
still-
our like what we think our Metacritic score would be now, and then next time what it really is, maybe.
Ooh.
So what, we're going to
But go
check
ahead, Peyton,
Metacritic?
what were you gonna say? No, like what we would have done.
Oh, okay.
Like, say maybe you would give it a 70, but you haven't played it yet, and then when you actually played it, what you actually.
Oh yeah, like do you think this is gonna be 100 for you? Is any game 100 for you?
No, I don't think so.
Really? Not even like Breath of the Wild or like Tears of the Kingdom?
No, because I think that they have things that bring it down a little bit. Like Tears of the
Nothing's
Kingdom
good
for
enough
me,
for him.
nothing
Just
is good
kidding.
enough. Like even my favorite game of all time, 100 is. I don't think if I see someone giving a game 100, I'm probably not looking at their reviews in the future. No game is perfect.
Oh,
No game is perfect.
even like this in this case, like IGN gave it 100.
Did they?
Yeah, right? Did I make that up?
But
I was scrolling.
I mean, I say games are 10 out of 10, but if I'm going on this scale where 100 points are at stake, like I can give 97.
Sorry, they gave it a
96.
90. My bad. I misspoke. They gave it a 90.
Yeah. Like I would probably give New Horizons like a 97.
Mm-hmm.
Tears of the Kingdom I'd probably give like a 98. Breath of the Wild like 98, something like that.
I wonder how much the listeners care about like the reviews. Like I wonder like how the listeners decide what games they're interested in purchasing. I would imagine because they're listening to the show, maybe they may watch some streams or some videos or listen to podcasts talk about it. I wonder how much like people care about other people's reviews or if it's like just based off of the vibes, because I feel like I don't tend to look at these scores. Like if I hear like, I feel like I'll get like the consensus from social media. I'm like, oh, people are saying they like Pokopia. Great. Let me check it out, you know? So I
don't
wonder how
take
deep it
scores
is.
into I don't take scores into consideration really.
I really think people like just okay, say that the Metacritic score was really low on this, people would be like, well, who listens to that anyway? Because they want
Yeah.
it to be good. So I remember one time when we got the like scores for Tales of the Shire, and then I like made a short about it, like, oh my gosh, we got these scores in. And then everyone was like, play it for yourself. Determine why you listen to them. And it's like, well, it's just saying this is what some random score got. You know what I mean? But you do have to determine it for yourself. I mean, they're just a reference point. It's not the ultimate determination.
It's like movies too. Like
Yeah.
some of my favorite movies have gotten roasted
Yes.
on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's like I don't care. They're wrong. You know?
Yeah.
And vice
like,
versa.
I love that Damsel movie that Millie Bobby Brown is in, but everyone else seemed to hate it. So
You know what we could
I
do
don't
for the
know that
after show
movie.
is guess some of the games that we like, guess their Metacritic score. Tales of
That
the
would be
Shire.
fun.
Tales of the Shire is
Low.
at a 58.
That's lower than I thought it would be.
But you know what? I didn't think it was as bad as those scores gave it in a way, like as a cozy gamer playing on Steam. That game was not as terrible as I felt like everyone was like making it out to be.
Yeah.
When I think about it like a test score, I'm like, oh, that's like a failing grade.
It is a
that's
should
hard.
Be
that's like pretty harsh.
All right, so to wrap this up, we should give our predictions for our based on everything that we've seen and what we kind of hope. What do you think our personal Metacritic scores are going to be for Pokopia?
I feel like this whole segment is me being like, I take no responsibility if the game is bad.
No one is going to blame.
It's just a silly little game.
No one's going to blame
like, Payton's Corner was excited about this game. No, I hope no one cares about my opinion that much. But I'm going to give it a... Is an 85 a B plus or is that a C? I want to give it a B plus.
That's a B plus. 85?
A sensible B plus is what I would like. So I'll go 85. A sensible, yes. Room to be better.
Okay. My first thought was an 87, so I guess... But I don't know that I would be above what Payton thinks. I feel like this is more of a game you would but I'm going to go with
Pokemon
it.
Queen herself. Payton.
Stop it. No. Okay. I'm worried about that too. My other question is, okay, there's Payton's Corner lore in case you're like, what?
Yes.
I got roasted on the internet because when I played Pokemon Violet, it was my first Pokemon game. I got a shiny Mareep, and Mareep is one of the like basic Pokemon, and I didn't know Mareep's name. So I was like, oh my God, look at this pink shape. And a bunch of people made fun of me. And a bunch of people were like, this is why girls shouldn't play Pokemon. And they're like, this woman is ruining the Pokemon community. Like some of it was like a lot. And then I was hesitant to ever play Pokemon again after that experience. But I did play a little bit of a couple other games. I wonder, do you think like the traditional hardcore Pokemon fans are going to play Pokopia, or is this mostly for introducing new people into Pokemon, or both?
Both.
I think
I think they want to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a great game to learn Pokemon too, because you're continuously like talking to them and like looking for them for quests. So I think it's going to be good. You'll know all the names. You'll be
excited.
That's what I want to know. I'm excited to learn the names because I know some of
frog?
them. Who is that dude? Yeah, exactly.
So Payton said 85. Min said 87.
Yeah, I'm writing it down. Pat?
I'm going to go 88.
Wow, that's less than I thought.
I mean,
I thought you were going to say 90.
I thought you were going to say 90 launch too. To be 90, that's... We'll see. Maybe next week I'm like, Pat, you're an idiot. It's a 98. But we'll see. I just have my concerns, you know?
Yeah. But I feel like I'm excited to talk more about it. And we pinky promised each other we would all play the multiplayer.
Yeah.
We're sticking to that.
Yes.
We got to plan that out.
We're planning it as
that'll be fun.
We are.
Yeah.
Now, I
maybe
also wanted to say, please, you guys who are listening or watching, you are part of this too. You need to tell us what your Metacritic score would be prior to playing and then afterwards if you've played at the time of listening to this. So
a week later we'll give our updated ones. Not like on launch day, because you're all going to love it on launch day, but yeah. All right. That's Pokopia.
Cool.
Moving on to more Pokemon stuff. I'm actually interested. I reacted to this. I don't think you guys did.
I was asleep.
Yeah. Okay. It was so funny. I did a reaction to the Pokemon Anniversary Direct, and like I was just like in awe after it, and then it started auto playing to Min's video, Min's member video. Like,
I love that. Oh, you were giving people's Min's member content for free?
I did give away 3 seconds.
It's okay. It was just me going like this,
like fixing your camera.
It's me doing
like,
nothing.
hey.
Yeah. So it's great. Members content. Everyone please join. Thank you.
Do it.
That's funny.
So we had the very hyped up. What were you gonna say?
I still didn't watch this. I have no idea what was in it. I know about the big thing. I know nothing
Yeah.
else that was in this, so I'm excited to hear about it.
And I
Yeah.
watched more of this than I did the Treehouse, which is why I accidentally brought this up earlier. Sorry.
Oh. No, you're good.
Oh.
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the video in the notes if you want to like go over it. So this was very hyped up by the Pokemon Company. They're coming out with logos for every single Pokemon. They did a Super Bowl commercial with Lady Gaga. Like they're doing crazy stuff. And they had their Pokemon 30th anniversary direct. It was like 30 minutes, and I don't know about you guys. Well, you guys didn't see it, you said, right?
No.
Or Min watched me.
Normally
Yeah,
I
I
watch
watched
you
you.
watch it, but I was asleep that day, and then I haven't gone back. I'm sorry.
I was a
Big
little
fan.
worried because the first 25 minutes of it were pretty lame. Like they showed off like updates to their mobile games. We all knew that was going to happen. They showed off this new like hit clip. You guys remember hit clips? Or are you too young?
What is a hit clip?
Min knows what a hit clip is.
A hair clip? What?
Hit
What is
clip?
a hit? Please describe
Hit-
this.
People in the comments, please help me out. It was this little thing where you would put this like hit clip, this little plastic thing in a music player, and you would play like 30 to 40 seconds of like Britney Spears or the Backstreet
I have
Boys or
never
something.
Those
seen one of
plastic
these.
yes, I remember people who had those, but I did
Okay.
not know what that was called.
These.
Hit clips.
I have
Now,
never
I
seen
did
this in
not
my life.
have it,
Yeah. Okay.
though.
They came out with a Game Boy, basically music player, where you have these little cartridges. You put them into this little Game Boy, and you could play songs from the game. So they announced that updates to their mobile games, updates to ZA. So it was pretty lackluster until they showed off new Pokopia stuff. We were talking about that earlier. That new hide and seek mode. They showed off cooking. They showed off some new forms. That was cool. But then at the very end, they showed off Generation 10. Pokemon Wins in Waves, their newest generation. They showed off the new starters, and they announced that this game is coming out in 2027. And I wanted to know your thoughts on the trailer and what they've been cooking. It starts
very
around
end.
the 22-minute mark. Yeah. 22.
22. Yeah. This is so exciting because we talked about this on the show. I don't remember if it was on the main show or the after show, but you told us that there were people talking about like this had been leaked a little bit. And what we were hearing just from the leaks was like, it's going to be a significantly better game. This looks so good. This looks so good. This looks so good. I saw people, I don't know if you tweeted it, Pat, or if it was you retweeting it, but I saw people compare, like, I think it was Scarlet Violet, like the character standing looking at the water, and then versus this one, and it is just like, the detail is crazy. I'm so excited to see how this game is going to run, but it looks so good. I love the starter so much, which I feel like we'll all have to go around and say which one we would pick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this looks at the little Pikachus in these little like outfits. These little like tropical outfits are so sweet, and I'm here for this. Every part of it. It looks great. I feel like maybe they were listening to the feedback of the past couple games, and maybe they've been cooking. But I'm like an outsider, so I feel like I don't know. What do you guys think about this?
I
Min, what
thought
you
it
thinking?
looked really good too. And I was like, wow, like I like the theme of this. Well, why would I like the theme of this? Every freaking Cozy game has
It's an
this
island.
island theme. But I do really like it. I'm not gonna lie. It just looks really good. It looks like an improvement. Like usually when I hear people being like, it looks horrible, I'm like, sometimes I can't see it because I'm just not looking at games from that perspective. But then to see this, you can really see what people are saying when they say a Pokemon game looks really bad. Like this looks really good. You can visibly see that. And I do like the starters. I think they actually picked 3 like really unique ones that are good. I don't keep track of what all the other games have, but I sometimes see like the previews for games like this, and I'm like, oh, I don't know which one I would choose because I don't like vibe with any of them sometimes. but I'm not like a big Pokemon person. I think my only concern with this game is just I don't usually love the turn-based part of Pokemon, so I'm hoping that, like they've done in their past games, maybe they spice it up in some way or add extra little details to the game outside of that gameplay. That might make it a game I would want to play, especially if I'm going to be getting into Pokemon with Pokemon Pokopia. They might be needing to cater to that cozy gaming community with this game in mind, because like some of those players might want to start playing this, like me. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I saw this and like immediately was just like, thank you. Like, this is finally a big open world Pokemon game. That's literally what we've wanted. That looks somewhat good. Because, like, in reality.
Somewhat.
I mean, in reality, it still needs, like, this is early. And, like, for the Switch 2 and for Pokemon, this is, like, amazing graphics. But, like, if you showed this on, like, a PS5 or whatever, people would be like, oh, really? I think it looks good. Like, I think it looks pretty good. Starters are great. We'll get into that in a second. But yeah, there's things coming out like that people are noticing, like the Pokemon centers, for example. Like, there's a huge like air balloon that shows you where the Pokemon Center is. Dude, if you need a giant balloon to show you where Pokemon centers are, like, this game is going to be huge. This game's huge.
I thought you were gonna say if you need it, you're stupid. I'm like, that sounds like I need that. I need to be told where it is. I need it. I'm excited. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say my favorite part is at the 24-minute mark when they go underwater. Like, there's going to be underwater exploration.
I was just going to say, I was like, I don't know, and I don't know that we know from this trailer the distinction between the winds and the waves version. But if the waves are only, if the underwater is only waves, that's the one I will be choosing. I doubt it, though, right? It's usually the different versions are not that different, right?
No, the versions that they've been doing recently have been exclusive Pokemon. They've always done that. And then some of the gym leaders are different. Like, for some reason, like, they swap out the characters and stuff. But I don't think any type of gameplay is going to be... Oh, and the legendary is different. So, like, in waves, it might be a giant whale. And then winds might be a big seagull thing. Like, I don't know. So
Big bird.
Big bird.
Yes.
Collab. But now the real question. What starter are we picking? If we're getting it. Actually, I'm a little interested in that, but we'll go over the starters first. We have Brouts, the Angry Bird looking mother. He's a green. He's
You're hanging out with me too much.
He's a green.
Why is he a mother?
I didn't want to say the full thing because it's a family show.
Oh, is it?
Oh, sure. Maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have Brouts, the little green chicken thing with a giant eyebrow. We have Pombon, which Cassette Beast tweeted out like, bro.
Yeah,
what are you doing,
that's
dude?
what I thought. I was like, wait I know this man. Which I know them.
Pombom.
Yeah, who's also in Moonstone Island, because Cassette Beast and Moonstone Island did a collab, and that's one of my favorite spirits.
Yep. So he's like a Pomeranian, like little fire thing. And then we have Gekwa, which is this little blue gecko lizard water starter. So which one are you choosing?
Which one do you think we're choosing?
I mean, I only see one clear starter, and that's Pombon.
I was gonna say it's very clear you're going to choose the orange fire dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not?
I might. I don't know. I like them all, but I do like the little gecko. I like
Me
the little
too.
gecko because they look like the littlest pet shop gecko, which is what everybody has been saying. I love
that he's like
kind of like a diva. Mm-hmm. But I like Brout too. Like, they look like a little fluff.
I think they cooked with these.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like all of them, and I felt like Peyton might like the gecko too because of the blue.
Yeah,
I do like Pombon. I just don't always love the fire type's ultimate forms, but I do like that one. I like Brout because they're kind of like goofy and silly, and I don't know. I like all of them. I do like the water type the best though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might change for me based on their like evolutions, but
Me too, because I really like, because I played Pokemon Violet, I really liked Quaxley, his original version, but then when he evolves, I was like, he's looking like Squidward a little bit.
yeah,
Not that
was
that's a bad
terrible.
thing, but
Oh,
yeah.
So I gotta ask you, because you guys don't pick up all the Pokemon games, are we interested in this one? I mean, it doesn't come out until next year, which a lot of people thought it was gonna come out this year. I'm happy that they're, baking it a little longer, little crispy edges, But Payton, are you actually interested in this one? Like,
I am. I think
Okay.
I am because I don't know. Okay, so like I played Pokemon Violet, which I was like hit or miss with it. Then I played Let's Go Eevee, which I really liked, and then I played not a lot of ZA. But I liked it. I wasn't mad at it. I just like it didn't like grab me that much. But I think this one I might like more. Just like visually, it looks great. I like the open world bit of it. So I feel like I would. I don't know. I think like depends on like Pokopia, low key. Like if I get more into my Pokemon era from Pokopia, then I think I might be more down. I think that I have really gotten into like creature collection over the years, and so it feels crazy that like I haven't been super into Pokemon. So I feel like I will probably pick it up, and I don't mind that it's that far out, but I know a lot of people were really upset that it's 2027.
Yeah.
I'm not.
yeah, I'm not upset about that date either. I feel like they need time to work on it. I want time to like sit and settle in with games and like actually play them more this year, and I feel like we're already having a busy year, so I'm cool with that. It gives me time to decide on it as well. Yeah, I might play it. I don't know. Like when I first saw it, I'm like, that looks really good, but I don't know if that's for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just
And-
gonna wait it out and see what else there is. But it is really interesting because Peyton said, like, it depends on Pokopia. It really does. Like, if you get really into a Pokemon or that Pokemon becomes like your favorite thing now, you want to play all the other games. That's how they get you.
Yeah, I think right now I'm a customer. I've been very critical about modern Pokemon games. Like, they're all fun, but how long do I stick with them? Like, ZA I thought was fine, but I didn't stick with it. And the catching areas are way too small. This is literally the opposite of that. An open world Pokemon game. No barriers to catch Pokemon. That was garbage. So I'm very excited about it. And honestly, like 2027, I like more because now they can kind of show us the game at their pace. It could maybe have a dedicated direct for it. Maybe we have another treehouse that shows. I think this will be a perfect treehouse game. If the world is huge, they can just walk around for like 20 minutes, and that's not even a fraction of the game. So,
Yeah.
I'm a customer.
Do you think they'll do a Switch 2 version that's like cool and blue?
Oh, it's only for Switch 2.
No, I know that. I mean, like, do you think they're going to release a console that is like decorative?
Oh, I think
the
so.
vibe. Yeah.
I think so.
Do you
Yeah.
think
so,
they'd
too.
also do a Pokemon Pokopia one though?
I think we would have heard about it by now.
Yeah, we would have seen it.
Because they would have wanted you to get the Switch and like you get the game
What?
with it.
But like Animal Crossing, it was later.
Oh, the Animal Crossing version of the Switch was not at Animal
I
Crossing
thought it was
launch?
at launch.
I
Was
don't know.
it?
I jumped
Maybe a
in
little down the- I don't
later,
know.
so I missed the start of Animal Crossing.
Maybe
Oh,
I'm
you're right.
totally mistaken on that. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, you're right. I think it did come out later.
Oh,
I mean, there was possible rumors a few months back saying that there was going to be like a Switch 2 Lite, possibly.
right.
I could see that. Dude, if they make a Ditto Switch 2 Lite, I'm buying it. I don't care.
That would be so cute. Oh, I'm
So I
sure
could
at least they'll have
possibly see that.
cases. But
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, special edition. I could actually see that. So
yeah.
there you go.
I know
Let
people.
us-
Did you see a lot of people? I did. I saw a lot of people mad that it will be a Switch 2 exclusive.
I'm not mad at all.
I think that makes sense. Like, I feel like that makes sense. Like, even if you. What's the point of getting the Switch 2 if they're not going to eventually put games that are only for Switch 2 out?
Yeah.
And that's enough time, right? Like, that's 2027. The Switch came out in, what, June last year?
Yeah, I mean, you can't expect a brand new game to run on a console that literally, by the time 2027 rolls around, the Switch will be out 10 years. You can't expect that. And like, if it was, this is going to be a big topic throughout this year and next year and going forward. Nintendo is not going to throw you guys any more bones. Like, Tomodachi Life, I think, is the last, and Rhythm Heaven are probably your last, like, Switch 1 games, like, from Nintendo. Maybe Pokemon Company. Pokemon Champions is going to be another one. But after that, they need to upgrade. Guys, we need to upgrade, because if this game was Switch 1 compatible, it would look like crap again. It would look like Violet. It would look like Scar. Like, so it needs to be Switch 2. It needs to be Switch 2. They're bullying you guys, but they have to. This happens every generation. Like,
no, I think it makes sense. I understand why. I'm like, that makes sense to me. I mean,
I don't want to put too much weight into this, but people have took the footage of the new game, Pokemon Winds and Waves, and it's running at 30 frames per second in the trailer, but it's still too early. I think it'll be 60. I think it'll be 60 frames.
I mean, like, I hope it's better. Like, this like the same kind of thing. I'm like, oh, we're gonna make people, if you're gonna make people buy the console, well, like, I hope it looks better. Like, it's got to be better. It's got to be a noticeable difference. I don't care about a tiny little baby difference. Like, I gotta know. I gotta be like, yes, this is what I spent $500+ for. Like, you know?
Yeah.
I think.
I just think if you can make Tears of the Kingdom 60 frames, you can make anything 60 frames on this console. So they should be able to do that. I know Pokemon and Nintendo are different, but yeah, let us know your thoughts on Winds and Waves. Let us know your starter too, because
yes, they're all good. No bad choices.
Yeah, let us know. So when we get back, we're going to be talking about Stardew Valley and some listener emails. More on that right after this.
What's cozier than listening to the Slow Burn podcast? Listening to the Slow Burn podcast in your official Slow Burn podcast merch. Check out slowburnmerch.com to pick up anything from hoodies to crew necks, t-shirts, hats, and more. We even have cute mouse pads, and more merch is on the way, so check us out.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for listening to the Slow Burn podcast episode on number 25 of season 5 ever. We are doing our Patreon. It's going really good. I love when Season 5 is crazy. Oh my God, They renewed us. So crazy. We're doing our Patreon poll a little bit late in the episode today, but in case you did not know, every single week, we ask you either a poll or a discussion over on our Patreon that you can vote in for free. You do not have to give us money to do it. You can go to patreon.com/slowburncast to participate in this weekly segment that we do. This week, our poll/discussion was, is Stardew Valley the greatest cozy game of all time? Let us know why, and if not, what is the best cozy game of all time? We'll talk about it on the show. The reason we asked you this is because Stardew Valley just celebrated their 10-year anniversary, which was really cool. Concerned Day put out a little video, which I'm sure you guys both watched as well, but it was so cute. They showed the progress of the early builds of Stardew Valley and the kind of journey the game has taken in the development process, and then all of the big updates that came out. And notably, it resulted with Concerned Ape sharing the 1.7 update, the 2 new marriage candidates, which are Sandy and Clint. And the internet had a mixed response to that. Before we get into the poll about if people think Stardew Valley is the greatest cozy game of all time, do you guys have any thoughts on the little video they put out, or do you care about the marriage candidates?
To be honest, I do not care about the marriage candidates, like, at all.
Okay.
I mean, I'm so happy for people who love it. I'm sorry for the people who don't, or we're hoping for other people. But what I loved about this video was just him showing, like, the process, the different builds, but the different ideas that he had that he didn't use. I thought that was so interesting because, you know, we see so many ambitious cozy games and, like, I think a lot of people, it's easy to be like, I have a good idea with this idea, but maybe that doesn't actually fit into this game that you're making and what you want it to be. And he had to make those decisions of like, oh, wait, actually, that's a great idea, but I'm not going to put it in this game. And I think that's really probably hard for game devs to do. So I think it was really cool for me as a viewer to see that process, and for maybe game devs who a lot of people look up to him to see that, you know, maybe they have an idea in a game that's really ambitious, but it maybe doesn't fit into that. And you have to get rid of some of them because you need the final product to be cohesive and to like work. And not saying that Concerned Ape's process was perfect, but I think it definitely says a lot about him as a dev and like how much time he put into making the mines a certain way and then completely scrapped it. Like, that is crazy. And I understand why a lot of devs are going to be like, well, this is what I already made. I'm not going to redo that. You know what I mean? So I think it says a lot about him as a dev, and it makes a lot of sense on why he would want to do a whole new game like Haunted Chocolatier and be like, well, here's other ideas I didn't use or ideas that didn't fit with this game. And so it makes me really excited. And I feel like I'm not the biggest Stardew fan out there, especially anymore, but there was a time when this game was more to me than it is now, and like everyone's kind of probably had their moment with Stardew. So to me, it was emotional to watch it and be like, wow, like this is so cool. Like just to see that this worked out for him, and like when he said like, wow, I realized like after the launch, like with 40K sales that I could actually be a game dev now. Like this is my life now. Like that is so cool. But it also made me a little sad because I'm like, there's so many game devs that it does not work out at all, and that sucks because it's so much time and energy. So I thought it was really cool and made me think a lot about just the gaming industry.
Yeah, it was really cool to see the early builds, you know, not to throw shade, but the 2012 footage and like some of the 2013 footage, that's how a lot of games look fully released right now. And like, I just think it's a different landscape that we're in. I feel like a lot of people, not everyone, but there are a lot of people trying to make a quick buck and they don't care what the product looks like. And like, you know, he spent 4 years developing the first version of it. So it's like, I remember playing Stardew when it first came out and I was like, oh my God, this is so addicting. There's not a ton to this game, but it's so addicting. And like, to see where it is now, I am the furthest from a Stardew Valley expert. I don't know all the secrets. I don't know all the lore and stuff. The marriage candidates, you know, I think they're fine. I mean, Clint is classic. Like, it's cool to see him get a little love.
Yeah.
I'm not
you're
going to
be romancing?
Oh, yeah. Are you going to be romancing him?
I don't care what characters are romanceable, but like, it was cool to see. It was cool to see. And if I'm a dev watching this, I'm so inspired. Like for the footage from 2012 to literally the very end, people waiting for you to hold up a piece of paper with marriage candidates must be such a cool
feeling. He's giggling
feeling.
in his little room.
He knows what he's done. He knows the chaos he's inflicted on the Stardew fans. Yeah. I loved this. I thought this was such a great. I loved, like, even if you're not a super, super big Stardew fan, I think getting to see those early pictures and footage to then what the build ended up being, like, I feel like you can recognize all of the things and all the changes. And it was so cool to see. Like, I loved seeing this like underground goblin thing that was existed.
Yeah.
Like, you could like mine into the walls that was all scrapped. Like, that was crazy. He did throw a little shade where he said the game was originally called Sprout Valley, and he's like, and I changed that because it's a terrible name. And now there is a game called Sprout Valley, and I was like, oh no. Yeah. But oh well. And then as far as the marriage candidates go, I was hoping Sandy would be one of them, so I was glad to see Sandy. I was hoping the Wizard would be the other one, but I do have Stardew Valley Expanded, the mod, where I am romancing the Wizard. I don't know why everyone hates Clint. Like, I've never gone deep with Clint. He's just given me, like, creepy energy because he's, like, into Emily, and I don't know, I thought he was just, like, older than everybody else. Like, I wasn't sure. So I don't know the lore with Clint, but I'm excited that we get lore with Clint. Maybe he's in his redemption arc, or maybe we'll hate him more. Regardless, I feel like Concerned Ape knew what he was doing when he picked Clint, because Clint has been like one of the most hated NPCs in Stardew for like ever since it came out. So I'm very excited to see what shakes up because of that. So go watch that video if you haven't already. I think it's such a fun little time capsule to see how the game has developed, and yeah, and maybe where it's going next.
I was gonna say, I wish he kind of released the 2012 version. Just like, you know,
just to what? Like, screw around?
Yeah, just so people could like play it. I feel like there'd be a lot of interest to play that.
Yeah.
Just a little check it out, you know?
That'd be cool. Well,
anyway.
Now over to our poll. We asked you, like I said before, if Stardew Valley is the best cozy game of all time. 38% of you said yes, 100% it is. 52% of you said nah, I don't think so. And 11% said I've never played Stardew Valley. Now, I know, I don't think you all said that this was your favorite cozy game of all time. Am I correct in thinking that?
What?
What?
If it's our favorite games of all time?
Yeah, like I don't think that you guys said yes, 100% it's the best cozy game of all time.
I don't think so, but I think it should be in the conversation.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because
Good.
I won't get into. Should I go into it? I don't know.
Okay. I was gonna say, and I will disagree with you, Min, because I feel like I know what you're gonna say. It's not my favorite cozy game of all time. It is. I think it is the best farming sim of all time.
Okay.
But I think Min disagrees.
Well, I don't think it's the greatest cozy game of all time, because the creator doesn't even consider it to be cozy.
Yeah, maybe I should have worded that as farming sim, but...
Sure.
Well, if you know me, I'm going to take it literally to how you wrote it, so...
You lump them together.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
But farming sim of all time, I think... I suck at this, because I'm just like, well, it depends.
You're a Harvest Moon girly.
She's a Fields of Mistria girly.
I am. You know, when I see when I like see the first build, I'm like, wow, like I'm really impressed, because he wanted this to be like Harvest Moon at first, but then he decided to use his own creativity and mind and like create his own thing, and I feel like he ended up making his own thing. And so he did a great job with that. I don't think it's... I would say, nah, I don't think so. It's the coziest game of all time, because I don't think it's necessarily a game that is always considered as a cozy game. I think it's a great farming RPG. I think it is the... it, like, opened the door to so many other farming games, so, like, we always owe it that. It sounds horrible, but I kind of feel like, in a way, because he was one of the first to come after Harvest Moon and do this, and he did it well. Let's not forget that. But I think that it's mixed with a little bit of luck with how successful it is. Mm-hmm. Not saying that any of his hard work is not there. It is. But I think that he was so successful because he was one of the first to get a game out that was really good and actually had like farming sim vibes, and now every game after that is like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah,
he was kind of lucky because they could play Harvest Moon or they could play Harvest Moon, but now it's like, oh, there's an indie one, what are they gonna do, you know? So
yeah.
Stardew Valley has an 89 on Metacritic.
That's crazy. Wow.
So,
all right.
I don't know. I was torn on this one. I don't think it is, but then again, I don't know what is. Like, I think it needs to be in the conversation, top 3 at least. Like,
is it on the Mount Rushmore?
Oh, for sure. I think we would all agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
I think it would be.
I mean, game development is a lot different than what it used to be, but I think this is better than the older Harvest Moon games by a mile, like by a lot. Like,
Yeah.
better than a lot of those games, better than games still releasing now. But this game has also had 10 years of development post-launch. So it's like, when the game first came out, I don't know. If devs could work on the older Harvest Moon games, maybe they would be better now. Like, but it's just, gaming is very different.
Yeah.
I do agree about the little bit of luck. He was kind of there with the indie game boom.
He's like
indie
the
games.
pioneer.
Yeah, there was a few games that came out, like Shovel Knight was a big one. Like, there was a bunch of like indie games that exploded. But it's kind of cool where it is now. But I would say it's in the top 3. And I disagree. You know what? I disagree with the people that say it's not cozy. I think this is the epitome of cozy. The music,
Well, that's
the
because you
area.
love this type of combat. You love this combat.
I was gonna say, and best is subjective. This might not be the best cozy game for everybody because some people don't like the combat. Some people don't like how
That's
quick
true.
the day is. It is
They don't like
complicated. They
having-
don't handhold and tell you
I
how to do
actually don't-
everything.
Exactly.
I actually don't like the combat in Stardew. I think it's pretty poor.
Oh. What?
I think it's stiff. It's just stiff.
like-
There's no...
Oh.
Have you
There's
ever
not a lot
made it
of-
to the?
did like
Okay,
it.
wait. How far have you gotten in the combat in Stardew Valley? Have you ever made to? Have you ever been to the Skull Cavern?
Yeah, pretty far. It gets tough.
Which is
I just
okay,
think-
Do you know where the school cavern is?
where is the Skull Cavern
It's
located?
in the desert. Listen,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
it's... brother, it's a little
Sandy.
stiff.
Just kidding.
Sorry.
It's a little stiff. You know, it works for the game. It goes in line with the game, but like there could be a lot more advanced things that...
Yeah,
Even
I
the
mean,
combat in Fields of Mystery, I don't love. Like,
I think it's way better in Fields of Mystria.
I
With
don't.
the little powers and stuff.
The way that, well, yeah, the spells are totally different to me though, or like the power ups. But like the way that you move, it's so annoying. In
It's
Fields
just a
of
little
Mystria.
stiff.
You like get pushed forward all the time, and you're like, somewhere.
Oh,
else
that
to
is
go.
true. That is true.
I think maybe that's one of the reasons why Haunted Chocolatier is supposed to be more combat heavy because I think he wanted to maybe focus more on it. So we'll have to see what that's like in Haunted Chocolatier. But I do want to read some of the lovely comments people left on this Patreon poll. Lindsay said, I've been playing cozy games since the DS Lite, and I voted that Stardew Valley is the best cozy game. I didn't start playing Stardew until people had been telling me to play it for nearly a decade. I started it this past December, and I'm completely hooked, and I have played hundreds of cozy games, including Animal Crossing, Fantasy Life, Story of Seasons, Fae Farm, Fields of Mystria, etc. In my opinion, Stardew has the best gameplay mechanics and gameplay loop. Depending on how you want to spend your day, you can smooth other villagers, battle it out in the mine, or fish to your heart's content. Plus, it's so easy to pick up for 15 to 30 minutes if you want to get a quick day in or two. Simply can't say enough good things. Although I'm from Washington State, just like Concerned Ape, so maybe I'm biased. P.S. I want to say I tore my ACL in January, and I've been down for the count, but your podcast and the Afterburn always brightens my day, and I get so excited for Tuesdays now. Keep up the good work. Y'all are great. Oh my God, I hope your ACL gets better. I've heard that one is not a fun thing to injure,
rough.
so I hope you feel better, and thank you for listening to the show. Yeah, I think that's one of the things too about Stardew is like I think that people continue to get into it now. Like it is a game that people like will keep playing for the first time, it seems. Like I always see people like, "Oh my God, I've never played, but I'm going to like start a playthrough for the first time." Which I think says a lot about it. On the other hand, Marissa said, I think I might be in the minority here, but Stardew... Oh, no, this is not minority. I think people agree. Stardew is my all-time favorite game. To me, I used to be very overwhelmed by it, but after watching streamers play it, I've realized I don't need to speedrun. Everything can be done at your own pace, and it's the game that opened up the world of gaming after Animal Crossing's New Horizon for me, and I always go back to it. I don't think that's a hot take. I feel like a lot of people would agree.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Nancy says, Stardew is too small for me to see, and the days are too short. Animal Crossing and Disney Dreamlight Valley are much more cozy since they're on a 24-hour clock.
Is there
There
an
you go.
option you can make the days longer, or is that a mod?
It's a mod.
Stardew, you can't.
No, yeah. I
so this
think
is
there
a
are
mod.
mods. Yeah. Sun said, for me, the best cozy game is my time at Sandrock, mostly for its world building and unmatched character depth, and places where it chooses not to be cozy with its story. I liked Stardew in 2016, and it's an important release, but understandably now it feels dated in ways that aren't easily addressed and aren't easily addressed even by its many updates, from big things like combat feeling incredibly rigid to small things that are important to me. The way everything from character clothing to your house layout is handled can't ever feel satisfying to customize compared to what you can do in newer farming sims that build from the ground up. On Stardew and Harvest Moon's Legacy, like Fields of Mystria, or have a unique pitch like Roots of Pacha, or have a robust customization tools like Heartopia and Star Sand are more involved, combat like Fantasy Life or Rune Factory, etc., etc., etc. There you go.
They agree with me about the combat.
That's true. That's true.
I think that this one from Liz that says, I don't think Stardew is necessarily a cozy game, but I do think it's one of the greatest games of all time is probably how I feel, more in line with how I feel. I feel like it actually goes far beyond the cozy game world. Like it was there before that it was even a term. And and they said I think Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing helped the cozy game space into the world and defined a lot of the parameters, but I agree with a lot of people here it's not exactly cozy either due to the pacing and some content.
Yeah. Well, there you guys have that. Thank you for voting on our poll and for shouting out your favorite games in the comments. If it wasn't Stardew, I'm glad that we have a nice mix going. But let's keep it going with interacting with stuff from you guys. And I don't typically do the mail time, but today I'm going to put my own little spin on it. I'm still going to call it Min's mail time. But today...
Peyton's mail time. Ba-da-da.
No, that feels wrong. No, I could never
Hey.
live up to Min's mail time,
Hey,
but
we
I'm
have
going to do my
Pat's mail
best.
time sometime. You know?
And it's
We
not
all have
as
our
good.
spin-offs.
Hey, and go get the mail.
Wow. Okay,
No,
it's not
you're
as
great.
good.
I'm kidding. Some people are not going to know that I'm joking. I want everyone to know that before the podcast today, Patrick did say that Min and I were the loves of his life. And that's the dynamic of the
and
show.
you can't prove that is the crazy thing. So you could just be
You
a
gotta
crazy
take his word.
person right now.
Just
and
gotta
he
take
definitely
his
wanted
word.
us to tell you that too.
He absolutely wanted me to tell you that, and now, he has the creative freedom to cut it out of the show if he wants, but he won't, because
it
it's
in.
true. Anyway, keep it in. Anywho, if you want to send us emails, oh my goodness, you should so do that. You could send us your questions, hot takes, compliments, and more to slowburncast@gmail.com. Ooh, ah. All right, so we've got 2 emails. Let's read the first one. Question for the podcast. This is coming from Taylor. Hey, Pat, Min, and Peyton. My question for y'all is how do you decide what games to play when there are so many games in your library and wish list? I have so many games I've downloaded and I have a big wish list, but I never know what to play to the point it's overwhelming, LOL. I have a Switch 2 and a Steam Deck, so it's even harder trying to decide what to play as they both have different games. So how do you choose between all of the games you want to play? How do you prioritize? Also, do you play multiple games at once or focus on one game at a time? If you do play multiple at a time, how do you keep up with them all? Games are so hard. Taylor with a smiley face. This one is definitely interesting. I think that we've probably answered similar things to this, but I don't know about you guys. I feel like I have a different answer than maybe I may have said in the past. Like, we've been doing the show for a hot second now, so I feel like thoughts have changed. But what do you guys think? How do you especially like Min, I feel like you play so many games. How are you making the decisions of what to play and when and where?
Yeah, it goes really in and out of like the I don't know, just vibes of how I'm feeling. I feel like I'm very much a mood gamer, which what I pick to play. I go with the season of like, okay, a lot of things are coming out, so like this year I feel like a lot is coming out, so I'm really trying to hold back on like being like, oh, that game's really cute, let me just buy it. Like right now when I'm trying to like preface with, okay, I can buy Nom Nom Cozy Forest Cafe later on when I have the time and space and I'm actually going to play it. Just because I have so many games in my library that I haven't played. So what I do is like I put a bunch of games in this little category on my Steam called Priority, and they're games I'm going to play on stream. They're games I'm going to give a first look to. They're games I'm going to play on my own. And like that's typically I'll just like keep them in there, and if I play them, I play them, and then I'll look at them months later and I'll be like, I never played that, so let me move it. But I have it like I have categories, right? But then there are times of the year when there's like not a lot to play, and maybe I'm feeling kind of like I don't know what to play. I want to play something new, but then the thought of playing something new is so overwhelming, like they said. Like, I have to get into it. I have to do a tutorial. Like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. But then you like play it and you're like, oh wait, I actually love this. And I just looked through my library, I read reviews, and I picked a game that I hadn't played. And I played this game called Yes, Your Grace. I don't know if I ever told you guys about it.
I feel like you did, because I feel like I probably made a joke that I'm about to make, which sounds like a sexy Bridgerton game. Is it or no?
I mean, it's about you're running this kingdom. You are the king. You have 3 daughters, and they have their different personalities, and you have your wife, and you're sitting at the throne, and these people are coming up, and you're making the decisions, and it's like a management game in a way. You're managing the kingdom.
Not a sexy Bridgerton game. Got it. Good.
No, but it's
good.
fun. It's so fun. And like, if I played that game at a certain time, maybe I wouldn't have been so into it, but I was so into it because there wasn't as much to play. So I feel like for me, if there's a big game coming out that I want to be a part of the launch, I want to be excited about it when everyone's excited about it, I will buy it and I will prioritize it. And that's going to be different for me than for some of you listening because I'm doing this now for a living. So like, but even before that, I feel like I want to be a part of it, so I want to play it. But when it comes down to like, oh, I actually can play a different game right now and I need to choose, this year I've just kind of been going with the flow. Lately, I've been into more like live service games like Heartopia and Infinity Nikki, so that's enough just to jump in, do my little dailies, and that's it, and like do whatever else I want. But then there's other times where I'm like, oh, I kind of don't want to play these stupid live service games because I want to like actually be invested fully in the game. And like I had dropped off of playing Coffee Talk 2. So now I want to finish that, but I didn't because these live service games take my time. So I think it's really hard to answer this because it's just so hard for everyone, I think, hopefully, because it's hard for me. There's so many games out there. And even if a game is good, but then, like, the trend moves and people are like, oh, Pokopia is coming out now. And then you end up dropping a game because you want to play that one right away, too. It's just like you then lose the momentum with that other game. And I'm always like, oh, well, you don't have to. You can keep playing. But then it's just not the natural movement of, like, the gaming space. So that's my rant. Hope it helped.
Always. What do you think, Pat?
Yeah, I feel like I'm, if I didn't do content creation, my answer would be a lot different. But I feel like us three, we have to go with the trending thing, like no matter what, even if I was so deep into a cozy game, like I'm playing Pokopia. Like I'm just doing it, but not even because it's trending, but like, yeah, I mean, we got to follow trends. We got to cover the newest games, at least get our first impressions of like newer games. Cause that's what like the expectation is. And that's the expectation that we set most of the time, especially with this podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have a long list of backlog games, especially like when games go on deep discount and I'm like, oh yeah, couple dollars, I'll eventually play it. Right. And then just, it never like gets to it. But I feel like my normal rotation, I have like 1 or 2 games that I'm just always playing, like Animal Crossing or something. And then I have like 2 or 3 new games and then like maybe 1 or 2 that I'm like finishing up. So like, that's kind of how I do things. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a good way to manage backlogs, honestly. It's just, they're there.
Yeah, I feel like I just started trying to be like, okay, even if I only play this game for a little and I don't actually get so in depth with it, like it's fine. I'm just going to move on because that's what I want to do. I feel like I used to put so much pressure on myself to be like, oh, everyone says I should go back and play that game again. I should. And now it's just like, I wish I could, but I'm not going to because I just want to move forward this year and like see what sticks with me, see what doesn't. If I want to go back to a game later, I will. But I'm just trying to go with it.
I was streaming and I got this comment in my chat, and some comments just stay with you, you know?
Oh no.
But someone was like, yeah, I can tell whenever Pat doesn't like a game because he only streams it once and never again. And that's not really the case. Like, some games, yeah, sure, I'll never see you again. But it's like we have to constantly be moving and like playing things. And you might be like, oh, just play what you want. But like, I can't freaking post up and play a cozy game that came out like 2-3 years ago on a random stream, or even make a video about it and expect it to do well. That's just the reality of it, you know? But I don't think that's completely accurate. If I play, maybe I'm playing it on my own. Maybe I'm just, you know.
I feel like not every game is like what you want for the stream. Like, I love narrative games, but I don't really stream them or make videos about them because it's hard to play them, and like, you know, I'm like a very talkative person, so it's hard for me to like talk to the chat while also reading and like, you know, doing all that stuff. But yeah, I feel like my opinion on this has changed a lot because I have been not like all in to the content anymore, and I have been like not all into the gaming anymore versus like when I was starting my channel and I was really like playing like all the games. Like, I feel like I was definitely someone that people are like, I don't know how you play all these games, and it's because I literally did nothing else with my existence, and that's all I did. But now I don't, like, that's not serving me, and I don't really want to do that. Like, I feel very overwhelmed trying to play all of the games or to try to, like, figure out what game is going to be, like, trendy for content, because sometimes, like, I just struggle with it so much that I'm just, like, not enjoying it as much. So I'm like, the only way I'm gonna want to make content is if it's a game I really, really enjoy. So I've been very, like, taking a step back and like thinking about like what games like am I genuinely like really interested in, and like can I see the game through if it's something I'm not sure about. So that's been my kind of vibe, and like revisiting ones that I know bring me joy and like getting deeper into them. Like, I've been trying to 100% some games. Like, I always knew I loved Cult of the Lamb, but I never got super deep into it. So I was like, oh, the Woolhaven update is like a perfect excuse for me to like get back into it. And I've like totally like ran with that. And I still play Moonstone Island, even though it's kind of like old now too. And yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to like not feel I have to play every game ever. I know that like when there's a big game coming up, like I feel like excited because like everybody's excited. Like, I'm excited to talk about it. Like, I'm excited about Pokopia because like everyone's excited, and I can't wait to see like what people build. And games like that, I feel more inclined to like jump on the bandwagon for now. I'm like, oh, like it feels like a community is going to emerge from it, or at least I hope so. Similarly to like Tamagotchi Life, which we'll actually talk about in a second. So the way that I'm combing through my backlog now is like, it needs to be something like I genuinely have more than a surface level interest for. Because even like last week was Next Fest, and like I didn't play any of the demos because I was very like, I'm interested in these games, but like not that much yet. Like, I want to wait until they come out. Like, same thing with like, I made a long video playing a lot of Star Sand Island, and I enjoyed the experience even though I had a lot of problems with it. And I ended up feeling pretty content like after that. I was like, all right, I played like 30 hours, like 20 plus hours of the game. I feel good about this now. Like, I'll come back to this eventually. Now I feel like I can move on. So it's tough to do that because you don't always vibe with a game right away. So you never really know. But I'm just trying to like be more strategic with like myself of what do I think I will get the most enjoyment out of for the longest amount of time? Or even if it's a short game, like, will it be meaningful to me? I don't want to feel like I have to play every single game just because I'm a person who tells people like, these are the games coming out this month. Like, I always feel
and then
bad.
They blame you for wasting their money.
Yes, and I think I'm just too anxious about it. Obviously, I'm letting everything get to me. But I feel like I feel very like that. Like I used to make so many like list videos, like talking about all these upcoming games, and then I could just never play them all. Or if I did play them all, it was like not enough to really get like super deep into them sometimes. So now I'm just trying to be like, all right, I'm not going to chase every big game that's coming out. Like if I didn't have the Switch, like I don't know that I would have bought it for Pokopia. I would have like had to sit and think about it. So I don't know. I don't really know. I think I just like at this point I see kind of like where the community might emerge, and I might be able to like play games with you guys and like make cute builds, see other people's cute builds on social media. But otherwise it's just vibes. I'm not Min is organized about this. Like you have like I don't even wish list things. Like I'm the worst person ever. Like I don't even use them. I tell people all the time, like, yeah, guys, make sure you wish list the game. I never do it. Is what happens. I don't do it.
You know what though? Like I think there's just an overconsumption problem in our culture.
1000%.
Yes.
So basically everyone like, and we're all guilty of being like, here's a cozy game list, here's all the cozy games. We literally do one every month, and we kind of promote it in a way, but we're not also saying like, oh, buy all these games. You know, nobody can do that. But it's also, I see it in like book talk too, of like people having so many books. It's like, how do you read all those books? It's like basically you can only have one hobby at this point, because how are you going to have a book hobby, a gaming hobby? You know, if we're kind of feeling like we have to play all these things and we want to collect all these things. I literally have 5 million strawberry cows back here. So it's like, you know, it's just what we kind of, there's just this overconsumption thing where if it's your hobby, like that's awesome. Love it, collect it, do what you want. I do that too, but it's so hard to balance, and it's just gonna be overwhelming at times. So I think it's good for you to go through, pick a couple games that really resonate for you, play those. If you get bored of it, maybe pick another game that you have in your, you already have, or one that you put on your wish list and you're like, oh, I've been wanting to play that, and pick it up. And like those games that stick in the back of your head are the ones that you probably want to revisit or you want to play. So yeah, just go off of that. But don't pressure yourself too much and to doing all these things. And it's okay if you didn't play a game for like 3 months because you just didn't feel like it. Like go with the vibe of your life, and
I'm always pro wait for it to go on sale. If that's if that's the way you have to game, dude, you can game for so cheap on the Steam Deck, like or just Steam in general. Like I can get games for like $1 if I want. If you wait. If you can wait and game for cheap, you do just, the only thing you miss out on is the community thing, which if you're going to wait on Pokopia, the community is going to be a lot different a year down the line, or even a few months down the line. But I think it's worth it.
I think sometimes, I feel like that too. And it's always so hard for me to be like, just wait, because I remember when Disney Dreamlight Valley was coming out, and there were so many people that were like, oh my God, should I get the game now or should I wait? And I was very like, well, just wait, because they were going to make it free to play, and then they didn't. So the people who waited missed out early if they wanted. But on the other hand, I think that sometimes like our tastes change too. So I feel like it's good to just not always feel like you have to jump on it on launch day and see like, okay, if I'm still thinking about this game a week later, a couple weeks later, months later, then I feel like then it might be even more exciting to play, because I've definitely had that too. I'm like, oh, I never played this game, but I haven't stopped thinking about it. And then when I finally play it, I'm like, oh, okay, good. Like, I'm glad I waited, because I really showed myself like, yeah, okay, well, I am really interested in this game. And I wasn't just like going too fast. Because like I feel like I am a kind of person that like when I get super into something, I'm like very into it, and then I'm like, okay, hold on, take a step back, girl. Let's like really appreciate the things. We don't need to have all of the things.
It's also like I have definitely had FOMO from not being into a game or not liking a game like other people have. And that equally, that like sucks, you know? Like Palea, I've always tried so many times to get into it, to love it, to be obsessed with it, like the community is, but it's just, I'm not, you know? Or like same with, like Star Sand Island. I feel a little bit of FOMO because I'm like, everybody seems to like love it, love it, love it. And I want to love it, love it, love it too because I love how it looks. I like different things about it, but there just felt something was missing for me. And like, that is completely valid too. Like, you know, just go with what resonates for you, I think is the best answer to this.
Yeah.
100%.
For sure. The next question, I think this is so fun. This one is coming to us from Jude. Jude said, oh, and thank you again for your question, Taylor. Appreciate that so much. This next one is from Jude. Jude says, hey, slowburncast, I'll keep it short and sweet. Who would you add to your Tomodachi Life Living the Dream Island? Thanks for such an awesome podcast. Now, should we address what I said before the show, or should we keep that for just us?
Yeah, they need to hear this.
Okay.
This is
Recording
crazy.
that was so funny.
Okay, if you have children, I'm sorry I dropped the F-bomb a couple minutes ago. You're going to have to close their ears just for 1 second. When we were picking emails to read today for the show, I read this email and immediately was like, yeah, see, I've been wondering this because if we can have sex in the game, I don't know that I want you to put me on your island.
That was not how it happened. This is her.
What did I
but
say?
Can they have sex?
Okay. And I asked
Nintendo's little baby game, like they're not gonna.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little more mature, but Jesus.
This funny.
The reason I asked is because
She's a tomato.
Shut up. Okay. The reason I ask, I know, I'm like,
We love
anyway.
you.
Anyway, the reason I ask is because in Cult of the Lamb, which is a wildly different game, I used to name my followers after people who were watching the stream. People would be like, oh, I want to be in the cult. And that was fine. You entered the cult with the expectation you might die or have to eat poop. But what you didn't have to worry about until last year was having sex, which they added to the game. And then I was like, guys, I can't have you be in my cult because I feel a little weird about you all getting a little freaky with each other. So that is where my inquiry came from about Tomodachi Life, because I heard Patrick say on his stream the other day, of course I'm going to put Min and Peyton in my island. And I said, whoa, what am I doing in this island?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, also like The Sims and Coral Island, they're having it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not in. Okay, my character is named Peyton in Coral Island, and she has smashed in the game, but it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think.
I feel like Cult of the Lamb is a good example.
Yeah, you can like fall in love, you can get married, you can like hold hands. Kissing, I'm pretty sure is in there.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
nothing.
I was just saying, like,
nothing crazy.
Okay,
I feel like I wouldn't put you guys in my game because, like, I don't want you, like...
You don't want to kiss me?
No, I don't want you... yeah.
Oh.
I don't...
You guys are going in my game unless it's a problem for you.
I don't know how to
won't.
answer that, Paige. I don't want
gotta
you guys
go.
to, like, something
Paige's
weird is
so red.
happening, and then...
Listen, whatever happens in Tomodachi Life stays in Tomodachi
I gotta go.
Life. I'm putting you guys in my game. And you're gonna like make out with like Donald Trump or something.
No, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
No, then
that's why I wouldn't
don't
put you guys
want.
in mine. That's why I wouldn't put you guys in mine. But then who are we putting in there? Celebrities? Are we doing random people? I think I'm gonna make up random people.
I think it's gonna be a mix.
You can You can put me in your game. If you make me ugly, I will never talk to you again.
No.
And you can't put like someone crazy in your game.
Can I?
Okay, let's go over who we're gonna put in our games.
Okay, well, like we can't put I don't know. I feel like we should use common sense about who we should and shouldn't.
Obviously, I'm gonna put Gordon Ramsay in mine.
That's fine. I'd make out
Guy Fieri. You and Guy going to Flavortown.
You know what?
You are gonna put me and Peyton in there, and we're gonna be roommates.
Yeah.
Just roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know? But who else are you having in your game? Can you think of any like famous people or?
I was gonna put like anime characters, boy throb members, and like myself maybe. And
I hate that I know what that is.
Wait, are you super into boy throb?
My favorite right now. Yes.
I love that for you.
So boy throb will go in. Yeah, maybe like
I love them.
Goku or something.
Yeah, my bias is Anthony, but yeah. So I feel.
Okay.
Okay. It's such a fun game.
Yeah.
All right. Okie
All
dokie.
right.
Peyton, any characters you're putting in?
Yes, and actually, I'm gonna say this in the next segment too when we talk about our side quest. This past month, I have been consumed with hot men media. So I think I'm gonna put all of the hot boys of the month into the game. Specifically, I would like to mention Rob Roush from The Traitors and Love Island is going in the game. All of the Bridgerton boys are going in the game. I watched all of Heated Rivalry in one sitting last night.
You're not putting anyone ridiculous in? What is this?
I don't. Do you
this?
want to be mixed up with the Heated Rivalry boys? Because I can do that.
Well, okay, you can, when you put people in, I think you also give their sexual preference.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So, like, yeah.
So,
can you just
who
put none? Like, no, not none, but like, you put every.
Yeah.
I think there's an every
I
option.
think I would just do that for everyone.
I don't know, like, what... I probably would, like, do other cozy game characters. Like, I would probably do, like, Mark from Coral Island, because I always, you know?
I was just thinking, like, I would want to do the Fields of Mystria people.
Yeah. Maybe I would do, like, a human version of Animal Crossing characters. That could be kind of
cool.
fun.
I would also
don't
do,
know.
like, Sanrio, because you can make the weird teddy bears and stuff.
Yeah.
Funny.
I think in my brain I have an inappropriate idea of what this game is going to be. I have to tell myself this is not Love Island. This is not Love Island. They can just like get.
Well, there's a
tea.
reason why Nintendo doesn't want you to like. Well, it's not that they don't want you to share things, but they took the ability to share things from the game.
Right.
Because of the crazy situations.
Well, who is going in your game?
I mean, I just named those. Yeah, probably some anime characters.
Oh.
I don't really know.
So
Billie
it's Min.
Eilish? I want someone that is gonna do something where I'm like, that's
Random.
hilarious.
I want Jeff Probst to be
Taylor
in my
Swift.
game.
I'll put Taylor Swift in mine.
Okay. I want to be
Just
friends
amazing.
with Taylor Swift.
Jeff Probst, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Smash. What? It's not a game.
Smash.
Smash or pass now?
Oh my. Oh, you like a commanding boy. You
We
know
have
a
to
boy
move
that.
on. We have to
Yeah,
get up to
I'm
this.
getting this.
So,
Okay. Anyways.
I'll probably put Jack, Animal Crossing,
Mm-hmm.
little pumpkin head boy.
Can you put a pumpkin head?
Why
You
not?
could probably, yeah,
Make
yeah.
one.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
for sure.
Wait,
I
what
might throw
anime
some-
do you watch, Pat?
What?
What animes do you watch?
Mostly Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay.
Mostly Dragon Ball.
Wow.
Oh, maybe some Studio Ghibli.
I'm scared to do that because I don't want to like taint my favorite characters.
What are they gonna do that's gonna be so bad other than
Like a grown-up
kiss a
version of
little
Kiki,
bit?
so it's just not weird.
Like, what if they're kissing like
Oh.
the boy throb members?
That's
Well,
the beauty of
point of the
Tomodachi
game,
Life.
right.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be even fun if you're a super fan of Stardew, put
Yeah.
every single character in Stardew in there, and it would just be so great for you.
Yeah.
See what happens.
I wonder who the viewers are gonna put in and the listeners are gonna, because I've heard a couple people be like, can I make you in Tomodachi Life? And I'm like, I don't know.
No.
What am I gonna be up to?
I am giving permission to everyone. You can put me in.
You can put me in as long as I'm hot. That's it. That's the only negotiable. If you make me ugly, I will quit the internet.
And if Jeff Probst is also with Peyton.
Yeah, you got to put Jeff in there.
Yeah. And
I've
Max, maybe?
heard.
I'm leaving. I got it. I'm quitting the show, and I'm never coming back. This is the end. Cancel the PAX East panel. It's done.
Are we putting a Labubu in there? Anyway.
Ooh.
Pat
Oh, yeah,
and
is
the
that still a
Labubu?
thing? That's still a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been
Yes.
broke, so I have not been I haven't been buying myself many Labubus, but I am still very into the plush pendant blind box thing. I just have had to control myself because I didn't have the money to be spending on it, and now I really don't have the money to be spending on it. So we're just like, I have a shrine behind me. Like, it's good enough for now. If they release something cool and new, you know.
I'd like to see you make a Labubu and a sloth. I think that'd be a nice challenge.
I could do that.
Yeah.
But the thing I was actually going to say was something that I was going to say. What was it? I don't know.
All right.
We were giving
forget
consent
now.
to be put in their games. Are you giving the people consent?
It was that one time somebody came to my stream and they were a viewer and they were like, hey, so I had been putting as all of my chickens in Stardew Valley, I've been naming them all after my favorite streamers. And then it was like Fields of Mistral. And then I realized I had to give them cookies to make the next streamer. And I realized that this is starting to make me uncomfortable because I'm mating.
Oh, because they had to
this
breed
one
the
with this
animals?
one. Yes, and it made me laugh because it made me think of this topic.
Yeah. I don't know
I'm
that I
so
want to be
excited.
a chicken, but
I'm excited to see people's cast of characters. It's going to be so funny.
yeah.
Are you actually putting us in there though, Pat?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to come to your stream and be like, where am I? And you're going to be like, I didn't pick you.
You're
in."
like, we're not in here.
I'm putting
weren't
you
a
guys
priority.
in.
Okay.
And the thing about Tomodachi Life, it's so much better the more characters you add in. So, like, if you're just adding 3 characters in, no. You got to add, like, freaking 40 of them. It's going to be so good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like Van in mine, my husband.
Okay. I feel like I can't. If I'm making like all my fictional hot guys, I feel like that's weird for me to put my boyfriend in there. Because
you can
then,
see if it's fate, though.
yeah, but like, what if my character is like screwing around with someone else? Like, then I'm gonna be like, oh, sorry, Alex. Like, that's sorry. Oops. It's not
That's
me.
why
it's the
you're
game.
going to be like, Alex, what the heck are you doing in my Tomodachi life?
Why are you flirting
Yeah,
with Miss
because-
Piggy?
Yeah, what if he flirts with somebody else? What if I come in and Alex is like making out with like
Kermit.
Kermit, and I'm gonna be like, shit,
I'm putting Kermit
man.
in my game.
I'd love
Kermit's
to have
going in
Kermit
my
in
game.
my. Okay, I would love to do some silly ones like that. Like I would love Elmo's a child though, right? Elmo's 3. I don't want him to be in
We're
my
thinking
game.
too much about this because
Elmo can't kiss anybody. He's a baby.
I mean, he's been around for a while.
Yeah, but he just turned 3. Yeah, you guys didn't
You
see.
said it like you were actually at his party. He just turned 3.
Yeah, he tweeted a couple weeks ago that it was his 3rd birthday.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Kermit
like-
is a middle-aged man. He's fine.
Is he?
He's going in my game. He's going in my game.
he's like a well-known actor.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe Jack Black will be in mine. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot. Anyway.
Well, what a great question that was.
So
Let us
simple.
know. Yeah. Let us know who's going to be in your Tomodachi Life save file. And all we can say is proceed with caution. Whoever is going to be there. Anyways, when we get back, we're going to talk all things side quest, where we talk about our game of the month and our thoughts and your thoughts. More on that after this. We want to hear from you. Yes, that's right, you, the person listening while taking your hot girl walk at 5 a.m., or you, the one who's driving in the car, commuting to a job you probably don't really like, or you, the person who's sitting down, cozy, playing their favorite game. We want to hear from you. Send us an email to slowburncast@gmail.com and give us your questions. Or, some of you like to write novels. You can write us a nice little paragraph, too, of your cozy gaming hot takes. But mainly, if you have questions you want to hear addressed on the Slow Burn podcast by the 3 of us, you gotta send us an email. Once again, email us slowburncast@gmail.com to get your question read on the show.
It has been a while since we've done a side quest, or what we like to, well, what we call our game of the month, basically. We play a game throughout the month. This month we played Linked Banner of Spark, and we played this not just the three of us, but also our community in our Discord. So please check out the show notes. Feel free to join our Discord and jump into the conversation of our side quest if you've played this one, Linked Banner of the Spark. We're going to go over our first impressions. This is not a full review by any means. This is literally just our first impressions, what we were able to play throughout the month of this game. We're going to try to go through the gameplay loop, the graphics, what we liked, what we didn't like, what we hope to get out of it. Will we keep playing it? But yeah, this is really a first impression. And we'll also be reading some of our community's insights on the game and how they've played it. So if you've never heard of Linked Banner of the Spark, it came out in May of 2025, so May 22nd, 2025, and that's the Steam release date. I don't know if it came out anywhere else sooner than that. It has mostly positive reviews, and it is a building roguelite action RPG game. The description is, build a bright new world alongside a band of rescued robot buddies. In this colorful action RPG, battle waves of enemies in solo or co-op, then return home and use their parts to craft a thriving town, assemble your crew, and grow stronger with each adventure. So, like you heard, you can play solo or co-op in this game. I remember seeing a little bit about this when it first came out, so I wouldn't say I was like really initially interested. I just kind of knew that there was like base building and things like that. But I also knew, okay, this is going to be more combat heavy. So this was a little more out of my comfort zone to try out. But that's the point of the side quest. So I'm curious to hear what we all have to say about it. And anything else just about it that I missed? Just going over like what it is. It's a very bright and colorful, nice looking game.
Yeah, I think that's good. First time I saw it, and I think the first time it debuted was at a Nintendo Direct. I think it was just randomly in a Nintendo Direct. And it's weird because it originally launched at $30. And I don't know what happened, but they officially cut the price to $14.99. So I don't know. I think it's a smart move. Not saying anything price, negative about the game, but yeah, it's
okay. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, the price. It's $14.99. It's also on Switch and console. I mean, Steam and consoles, so that's also good too. But yeah, let's just go into like, what did you think of the intro of the game? Because it basically starts out with this like little storyline, this cinematic like introduction, and then additionally to that, character creation and the graphics. Like, what were your impressions of like that first little portion of the game, getting right into it?
Payton?
Yeah, I feel like, okay, so the reason I remember when this game was announced, I was mixed on it because I wasn't sure if I loved the art style. So going into it, that was my first kind of thoughts too. I played this on the Switch 2. I did get the Switch 2 version. Why did I choose to play it on Switch over Steam Deck? The simple answer, my Steam Deck was dead, and I was like, the Switch is right here. I don't play enough games on my Switch too. Let's do it. And yeah, I feel like I liked the art style some of the time. Like the cinematic opening I thought was cute, but the actual like in the world and your character, I don't really like how they look. Like customizing my character, I didn't really like. I didn't think she was the cutest version of myself. But I felt like there were nice options. I don't know if there was more along the way. But I do think something I wasn't sure about this game coming in, like it has a very, I don't know when the word solar punk is the right word or if it's like just spacey.
I would say solar punk.
Solar punky. It's got to be the nice balance of solar punk for me to be interested. And I thought this one was going to be much more mechanical and like not as cute, but in the world I felt like it was pretty. Like it was like a nice balance. Like even though I didn't really like the harsh outline of your character is kind of the thing I didn't like, but I liked the mix of what the world looked like as far as I could see it. But I will say I didn't play this one as much as I should have played it because it was a cuckoo crazy month. So my thoughts are definitely very not the deepest I've ever been on the side quest, unfortunately. But what did you think about the character and the start of the game?
Yeah, I like how vibrant it is. I mean, the character creator was nothing to like write home about. Like, I think the character models are fine. They kind of have that like Disney Dreamlight Valley. I don't know how to describe it. So like, that's what I don't know. Very like,
I liked the body diversity though. It was cool that there was like body diversity. And I was like, ooh, that's nice. Cause I feel like you don't always see that.
Yep. I did like that. Later in the game, there's some more options for like clothing and like different accessories. Like there's some like headpieces and like things you can get. So I think in terms of customizing your actual character, like what they're wearing and stuff, I think there's a lot there. Mm-hmm. What was I going to say? Yeah. So that was pretty good. One of my things that I don't like about the game, I guess this is just like person to person. When you're in the overworld itself, like in the game itself, it's very zoomed out. You can zoom in, but I don't love how like little my character looks. And like, you can see a lot of the world. I get why they do it. And you can zoom in, but I wasn't in love with the camera angle.
I was too, because I know like people have said that about Coral Island being super zoomed out. And I never felt like that for that game. But for this one, I did immediately think like, oh, I'm super zoomed out. But then I realized like, oh, I can zoom it in. Did you guys mess around with the settings by any chance?
No.
There was this one setting that was like big head mode. And it was like...
I saw that. I just didn't do it.
And it was so silly. For some reason, you can have your character have like a massive bobblehead. Or a very, very small head. I kept it on standard, but I did screw around with that. And I thought it was really funny. And like... I don't know why we needed it, but I'm glad it was there.
Ooh.
We'll get into combat a little bit later, but there is a setting that I saw in our Discord that a lot of people were doing was there's a cozy mode, kind of like or an easier combat mode. And I will say, well, I guess we can get into combat.
Let's get into it.
Combat's rough.
It's hard.
Okay, I thought it was horrible at the game.
No.
I was dying a lot. However, when you get to like the 3-hour mark or whatever, you unlock companions.
Ooh,
and they fight with you. They fight with you, and it's a lot easier because the enemies then focus on them, and then you can fight a lot more. Also, I didn't try this. I don't know if you guys did, but there is an online mode where you can sort of join people's worlds and help each other out. And I think that's kind of what they're pushing towards because the combat is so difficult.
Yeah.
And like, this is on like the second difficulty. So like each mission that you have, there's like the level of difficulty of the enemies. And like, I was struggling on level 2 and I'm like, what am I doing, dude? So.
Yeah. It reminded me a lot of Cult of the Lamb. In how it is, it's a lot of you got to roll out of the way and you got to roll out of the way fast. And the weapons make a big difference. Like when I upgraded from the sword to the hammer or the axe, I don't remember what it was. That helped a lot. And then getting the upgrades to get different skills. Like there was one that I liked that just kept like boosting your HP, which I kept needing because I almost kept dying.
Yep.
And I did have that thought of like, I saw where you would be able to have companions later on. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. So this is like Cult of the Lamb. You can spawn demons and they can fight with you and it makes it much easier. The thing about the combat is I can see how they're catering it to a multiplayer experience because the sheer amount of robots that come at you at once is crazy. Like, it's like it'll start small, like it's like these baby robots that I kept calling like the robo dogs because they look like little puppies to me, and they're fine. And then like a bunch of dudes come at you at once, and I'm like, there's only so much I can do. But it definitely gets a little easier as you keep going. But I can see how, like, if you were in a group of people, it would be an
loved
easier
the combat.
experience.
I think it was like my favorite part.
That's all I wanted to do, and that's, I will say, my main takeaway from this game is I like that you can just do whatever you want. Like, if you want to focus on, you can go in and just keep doing the combat, or if you want to, like, take a break and, like, do things like building, you can do that. I didn't. I just kept, like, combat, like, next, because I was so terrible at it, and I was like, I almost got it. So I did like that element of it. But I wonder how much you can ignore it if you don't like the combat. You can ignore the life simmy things, I feel like, but I don't know how much can you ignore the combat.
Yeah, I don't think you can ignore the combat because the main story are the missions, and like there's a lot of grinding to level up your weapon and level up like skills that go with your weapon. But yeah, like when you're actually in the missions, it plays out like a roguelike where you're picking up power-ups and like you're improving your weapon, but then you might find some weapons in the level that you can upgrade to. I really liked that loop. That was very addicting to me. And it was difficult. Too many games are like easy nowadays. I'm like, wow, I'm actually dying. There's a challenge here.
Yeah, I think it was good that this gameplay loop is kind of like you just go out, do the mission, and then you come back, you can place things. Like I was crafting things, making lampposts, I placed some new buildings and all of that, and you can place it wherever you want. You have so much space. That really blew my mind. And when you're on the like your home base land and you press map, I like how that map came up because it like really just showed you exactly what it didn't come up with like a map that they drew. It literally just showed an over the top view, bird's eye view of like where you are. And I like that because it helped me get around because I'm like, this is huge and I'm going the wrong way. But I thought the base building was really good. But yeah, so you can like do that. You can go to the different shops and do quests for those different characters. And then you can go out and like choose what mission you're doing and find more people to bring back to like create your base to be even bigger. I thought that was a really cool thing because it kind of has a little bit of like, you know how like a movie has like the comedic relief. This game has like the combat relief where okay, now it can be cozy, you can decorate and do that.
And there's quite a bit of cozy game stuff. There's fishing, there's farming.
Yeah.
There's a lot of decorating, which like as you play the game, you find like recipes and like as you go into the game, you get more and more items and stuff. I didn't get into the point of the game, or I didn't get to the point of the game where I could like make a nice looking town, but I was placing items. Like I didn't get any paths or anything.
Yeah.
But there are paths in this game. So
yeah, I was mostly doing combat, but I could see the potential for like cute things you could craft and like even like placing, you get to play like pick where the workshop goes and the forge goes, and like Min said, there is quite a bit of room, which is nice. And I like that the combat is like a whole separate area. Like I always like in this one, it's not like a mine, it's like these different generated levels, and it's like outside, and you have to like you have to get to the end of the room and get to like the teleport thing that brings you to the next room, but you can only do that after you fight all the dudes, which not everyone would like because you got to fight the guys. This isn't like a Stardew thing where you just have to hit until you find the rock that's the exit. Like you have to beat all the people.
Yep.
But
did you guys try the cozy mode?
I wish I did.
I'm so stubborn. I'm like, I'm going to do it. It's going to be fine. It's similar. I mean, it's a roguelite, so like it depends on what weapon you get. I feel like determines how the run is going to go. So like whenever I got the like frozen weapon, I was pumped because I'm like, yeah, freeze the guy so I can like get away from them really fast. And then it's about like figuring out which of your skills you like can use the most. Like I liked the HP healing skill more than like there was like I called it like the booty slam one. Like you would like slam down and everyone would scatter.
I
so
like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this game is really interesting because there were certain things I liked about it, and there are other things like I didn't. Like I did feel like it was very hard right off the bat, but like I felt encouraged to keep going. But there were like days in the game, but I didn't really feel like any pressure to like, I don't think I ever went to bed.
No, you don't get punished at all.
I just
for
like
that.
kept going.
So in that sense, it really is cozy. Like, the combat is not cozy, but then there's like half of this game where I was having a great time, just like fishing and stuff. There are so many weapons in this game too. I don't even know how many weapons there are in this game, but I'm looking at the trailer now and there's like so many.
Tons.
So
That's what I was going to say too, is that this game, which is now $14.99, there's a lot of content.
Mhm.
Like from all the like mechanics that are added along the line of the fishing, the farming, the decorating, like the items you get, the things you unlock, then all of the different weapons, all of the different skill trees and upgrades for each weapon. And then, yeah, even like the start of the game, there's like a voice acted like almost trailer when you start into the game. And then I didn't, going back to the character creation, I didn't think that it was too bad. I was honestly like, wow, they have eyeliner for me. Cool. And I thought it kind of could at least like, represent you to a point where you're like, okay, that's pretty good. There was just a lot to it that I was like surprised by and thought, okay, this makes sense why this has like the mostly positive reviews. And yeah, I just would say I was like surprised by this. Now I don't love the combat heavy, and like I was losing a lot, and I felt like it kind of prevented me from progressing or made me feel like I was like not wanting to play, to like keep pushing through that. I should have looked at the settings to see if I could have made it easier for myself, and I would have done that because I think that would have made it more fun. Because for myself, I just need to be able to progress, and that makes me feel more like satisfied in the game.
Yeah, that I did notice the setting because I like to check settings in games. Like, I wanted to know if there was like maybe a time setting, but the time really doesn't matter in this game. But yeah, I will say that the pacing of the first few hours is very weird because it's like very intense combat, and then like you kind of know like the cozy life sim stuff is there, but they don't really tell you about it. Like, that was one of the things that I would say is the negative side, is that the game wasn't great at explaining a lot of the things. A lot of the things I had to like find out on my own or just mess around with.
Yeah.
So.
I saw a lot of people in our Discord, and we'll get to some of their comments in a little bit. I saw a lot of people say their biggest con was the lack of like wiki for the game, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people didn't know how to do things and they were trying to look it up, and they didn't give too much detail. Like, they have a quest log where you can go back and be like, all right, what am I supposed to do? But it's not that deep. It'll be like, do the mission. And it's like, oh, well, what do I do for it? You know?
Oh, something I wanted to say is I felt like the like characters spoke Simlish almost.
They for
It was
sure
very
like did.
sim.
It was so silly. Yeah, I feel like I would get sick of it after a little bit, but maybe because like Animal Crossing, like I mute Animal Crossing too. I'm like, all right, I don't need the beep bops, but maybe that's just me. Like, after a while,
Animal Crossing?
I like.
Yeah, I play Animal Crossing with lo-fi on top of it.
Oh my god.
Sorry, the music's good, but the like,
Yeah.
there's
I
only
love the
I'm good. I don't need
I
it.
love that.
This one, it was like a lot too.
There's little things too, like there is a lot of content in this game. You can find like these mini robots hidden around your world that you can like collect. There's like little action figures of characters you can collect. All the items, and there's cooking, there's farming, there's a lot here, and I feel like none of us played the online, and that's really what, now that I think about it more, it's like that's kind of what they were after. Like, if you have 4 friends or 3 other friends, this would be a blast, I feel. This would be a blast. You can visit each other's towns and stuff. So,
yeah. And I feel like the price like felt justified to me. Like, I was like fine with the $14. And then I got the Switch 2 version, which was free. There's like a Switch
the upgrade.
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was good. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
It ran great on the Switch too. Also,
I thought it ran great. I didn't love the aesthetic of the art style some of the time. Like, I don't like the heavy outline on the character. And then I feel like sometimes like the character looked a little clunky to me, but I'm a little picky with 3D. Sometimes I think I definitely am more of a pixel art girly, so that could just be a me preference thing.
Yeah.
I love the robots were cute though.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
I played it on Steam, and what annoyed me about the controls, because I played at my PC, is that when I was fighting someone, I realized, I was like, why am I going the wrong way? And it's because it follows where your mouse is. So in a lot of games, I don't have to like face my mouse the direction I want to go. I could just use my WASD to get me over there. And so once I figured that out, I was like, okay, wait, I'm getting better with this. But I feel like this game is probably way easier just to play on controller. But I was already at the point where I'm like, I already played a keyboard and mouse. So I don't want to like relearn the controls. So I just kept playing it that way. But I don't know if anyone else had that experience with like who played it and is listening, where you're like, wait, the mouse and keyboard controls are a little different than I'm used to. Because I play a lot of games mouse and keyboard. So
the only thing that threw me off was like the interact button was like R instead of just like X or A. So like when you needed to open it, when you would like open a chest, you would have to click R, and I'd be like spamming the other buttons. I'm like, no, I need to open the chest. I need to get HP quick. Like, so that took me a little bit of time, but otherwise I didn't have any problem with it. Control wise, it did take me a little bit. I thought like there's like a ring around your character with like a point. I thought that was pointing me where to go at first and not just like. So I was like, where am I going? And I was just going in a circle. And then I'm like, oh no, and that's like just telling you where you are.
Yeah,
don't listen to that.
That's what I felt stupid about too, because that's where like your mouse is pointing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, I'm so dumb. No wonder I'm going the wrong. I'm not facing them when I'm trying to fight them. It's because I'm not paying attention to where my mouse is on my screen.
Shall we read some Discord? Yes. There's a glowing Discord review, by the way.
Is that the first one here?
I was gonna say which one is that?
Let me pull it up.
It's probably this one.
We could read
Kind of Paul. I have absolutely fallen in love with Link. The gameplay loop strikes a perfect balance of cozy and action play, and the freedom to toggle between them means I can play this game. Between them means I can play this game no matter what I'm in the mood for. Being able to change the difficulty setting on the combat is really what's kept me playing early on, so I'm thankful I can take down robot camps with relative ease. The robot/cyberpunk aesthetic is not my favorite, and I wish there were more items in the catalog that allowed for more personalized decorating. I'm 40 hours into the game, and I still feel like there's so much more to do, and I'm dying to explore it all. The hardest part of the game for me has been the absence of online guides and no comprehensive wiki. It's forced me to figure things out myself, which is frustrating but also refreshing. I would recommend this game to anyone who wants a game they can get lost in. It will just keep pulling you back in for more. Score 1, 2, 3, 4 robots out of 5.
Damn.
40 hours. That's pretty crazy.
Good job.
I will say, to that point, and nothing against them, like that's the way they want to play. I feel like if I changed it to cozy mode, me personally, the weapon upgrading and all that stuff wouldn't feel like there was much of a point to it. I like dying a lot.
I did too. It kept me going. I was like, wait, okay, we're going right back into it. Like, I liked that you could just restart the mission. Like, you didn't always have to go home and then come back into it. I liked that. Because, like, I keep comparing this to Cult of the Lamb because it's, like, the most similar combat I feel like I've done. And it's like, oh, in Cult of the Lamb, when I die, I go back to my cult. 5 people are dead and they're eating poop. I gotta, like, clean up. This is nice. You can just, like, keep... If you die, just, like, get me back in. Let's go. And I like that.
I saw a lot of people comparing the combat to Hades, which...
I did too. Everyone always recommends it to me, and I have not played it yet, but I'm gonna have to, because I do like this style of combat.
Yeah.
We have another one from Shazamalaine. Is that right?
Sure. I think so.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I've been playing Linked for over a week now. This game is right up my alley. It's a perfect balance of roguelike and free gameplay with basic cozy game elements. Yes, there is a lack of online guides, but once you know the basics, it gets easier to know. It's slow-paced. It's a slow-paced game where you get to do whatever you feel like doing at your own pace. Definitely becoming a 10 out of 10 game.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what I like about it too, is that you can play it at your own pace and your own skill level. And I'll probably need to go back and play it at an easier skill level.
Yeah, I feel like it's a nice balance of like, you can fully pay attention to the game, or you could like, I was playing this game while watching Heated Rivalry, and there were sometimes I was like, okay, I need to pause the show or pause the game to watch the show. But a lot of it, I was like, I'm able to do like this combat, like exist while doing other things. So it's one of those, I feel like it's not a complete no-think game. You definitely have to think, but I don't know that you have to like full 100% attention. Maybe sometimes with the combat because it gets really tough, but otherwise like the existing in the world feels really chill, but not like in a boring way to me.
Did you get that cow robot, man? She's cute. She like comes in.
Cow robot?
You can get, yeah, you can like get different robot like villagers to like live in your thing, and
Oh, cool.
yeah, she looks like a little cow robot.
I love that.
And then we have another comment from Lavender Bud. I just started Linked and I'm absolutely loving the premise. I think it's really unique and super relevant in this day and age. I would recommend playing it on anything but the Switch 1 though. I have it on Switch and the port seems terrible. The graphics are gross and the fighting mechanics seem clunky on Switch. That's an interesting take as well because you guys played on Switch too. I played on PC. And I heard some people saying they were having crashes and issues and bugs, which sucks.
I never had any issues on Switch 2. I think when you're in the combat areas, though, as you're going towards the next part of the combat area, it like stutters a little bit, but I thought it was great. I'm pretty sure it's 60 frames too. Like it's a nice port and it's free. Like the upgrade is free. So if you have a Switch 2 or buy one because Peyton told you.
No, stop it.
I don't know what you're telling people.
It is you, sir. You are the one that's like, guys, you're going to need to buy a Switch too. And I'm
I
like,
am very
whoa.
much pro buy a Switch 2. The price might go up.
I think you
Pokopia's
should
out
buy
there.
it for the people listening. Hey guys, everyone, Pat's going to buy you a Switch 2 just for listening to the podcast.
I mean, I always say like, if you are planning to buy a Switch 2 or have a Switch 2, there's no reason to have a Switch 1 anymore.
Well, that's the thing, and that's why my whole thing has been like, well, if you have the Switch 1, it's got to be worth it to make that upgrade to Switch 2.
Because that would give you like 200-ish bucks towards the Switch 2, and then it's not so bad.
If you sell it?
Yeah, I think you should. I mean, I have a Switch Lite and a Switch 2. That's all I have right now.
Yeah, but I am too
all.
sentimental towards my Animal Crossing Switch.
A lot of people are, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It's like a collector's item, in my opinion.
So, this wasn't a review, but I think we should give it a first impression score at least.
Yeah, we all agreed that we like needed a little bit more time to dive into this one, and we started doing some more stuff like on the podcast this past month, like doing videos and stuff. So I think that we all wanted to play this one a little bit more. So this is definitely first impressions rather than concrete review.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So what would be your score, Pat, and how are you scoring this? A letter grade or out of 10? I forget what we do. We haven't done a side quest in a while.
We go out of 10, but we can do like the point. You know, if we do
You always
0.5.
do it obnoxious, like 0.3, 0.4, not quite a 0.5, 0.7.
So, anyway, I really enjoy this game. I think it's addicting, and I could see the person that spent 40 hours. Like they probably have like 80 hours now. Very, very addicting. I like combat. I do think that they don't explain things super well. Like I did feel lost a lot of the time. And if you do buy this game or are playing this game, literally just like go to your quest log and see, you know, you could either do a side quest or a main quest. So yeah, they didn't explain things too well. The level of difficulty right away is on the higher side, which could be a good or bad thing. I'm kind of in the middle. But from what I played so far, I'd probably be like at like an 8.4.
Good.
I had a pretty good time playing it.
What about you, Peyton?
Yeah, I think I'm like a little bit less, but I still have enjoyed it. I feel like I just gotta like get going more in the game to like see some of the other elements. So I think for now, maybe I'd give it like I'll give it an obnoxious decimal just because I love it. I'll give it like a 7.7 is what I'll say.
Good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
I feel like my first impression score is around a 7 because this is a little bit more out of my like I feel like this game and other games recently, I've just not been playing a lot of combat heavy games. So to jump into this was more, I don't know, just not really what I've been playing. So I felt a little like out of my comfort zone in a way. But with that being said, I found that this game had a pretty good balance with things. So I liked that. I just don't know if I don't change it to cozy mode, if I would keep going and playing this after the side quest. But it's definitely enticing enough and easy to get into and figure out what you're doing. It's not like I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna give it a 7.
There you go. Let us know what you thought. Okay. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, everyone, but we have collectively agreed that the side quest going forward is tough to keep up. Like just looking ahead to March, okay? We have packs. We're literally like starting to plan the panel like today at the time of the recording.
No, tell them we've had it planned for months. What?
We have it planned.
Yes.
So we're playing that. We have huge releases like Pokopia coming out where we're going to be doing a bunch of coverage on them. We've taken on, like Peyton was saying before, we've taken on so much with the YouTube channel, and we're doing a lot more that like we don't want the side quest to become something where it's like we're doing it all last minute or like we can only put like a couple hours into this game, because the whole point of it was to like just review games that we can all talk about, have a conversation about, maybe find some like amazing hidden gems. So we are proposing this to you. We like the idea of the side quest. We would like to keep it going. If there are 1 or 2 or 3 people that want to like spearhead this thing and like be the side quest community people, let's do it. But I just don't, we don't want to promise a monthly thing at this point of time. Maybe that'll change, but
yeah. And if you guys have any suggestions too of like, we maybe even like we end up doing something where like every couple months we pick one and like we have more than just the month to play it, or like on times where there's like a little bit of a lull with the cozy games too, because we do love the interaction with you guys so much, but we feel bad because sometimes we can't play the games as much as we want to do. I mean, like, I know for myself, other than being hooked on all of these hot fictional boys this month on all my shows, my like full-time job was very busy, and so I was like, I have less free time, and but we want to still do it. So I think we're open to suggestions too from like what you guys want, and we want you guys all to have reasons to talk about games with each other and even maybe play games with each other.
Because we also don't want to choose like narrative games that are going to take like 30 minutes every month.
Yeah.
Like we wanted to diversify it, and like we didn't play Linked as much as we wanted to. Like realistically, for us to have like a sound review score and everything, we'd probably have to be like at 15, 20 hours. And we're just not at that. So
yeah.
Let us know.
And the biggest part of the side quest is like the community part of it keeps us going with it. So we want to see you guys maybe spearhead this and keep it going. And so if there's anyone who wants to do that, I know you guys have done your own side quests in the Discord before, so feel free to comment in there and try to set one up with a few other people for March. We would love to like pin your posts in there and like
I would say multiple people. I would hate for someone to carry all
not
that
just
weight.
one
yeah,
person,
no.
But
it has to be
and
like
then
a little
the group of you guys,
mini team.
We'll try to help out with that. But yeah, I mean, it is hard to balance. We already had that question earlier. It's just hard to balance and like put this into our rotation of games, as it is a bigger year this year with games, which is a good thing. So we'll still have game reviews on the show. We'll still be playing games monthly. And maybe something we could bring back more is just saying like what we've been playing recently. I think that would be good. But yeah.
So that's an update on that. Thank you all for listening to episode 25. Next episode, we're going to be talking about Pokopia. We're going to be playing it. We'll see if it lives up to the hype. We gave you our prediction Metacritic scores, and we will have plenty more to talk about. But thank you guys again, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.